And I'm only 14 years old. I haven't been in school for almost a year and a half now. My mom, she likes doing her drugs. She had went to jail because she had busted my lip open really bad, and I had black eyes. I do drugs. I do PCP.
Did you smoke PCP with your daughter?
Once.
Who in their right mind lets their teenage daughter do PCP?
Her boyfriend, grabbed me. He literally grabbed me. He grabbed my breast.
You still with this boyfriend?
Yes. And I went and told my mom, and she pushes me to the floor, and she starts hitting me, talking about I'm lying.
You took a lie detector test before the show, and we're going to get to those results.
She's sitting on top of me, grabbing a knife, literally chopping my hair with a knife. I cut her hair.
Why?
Because that's what she cares about the most, is her hair.
Are you out of your mind?
The only reason why I said I lied was for you, for he can come out, so he can be with you like you want.
You asked your child to lie and get the abuser out of jail.
When you said, please tell them that you lied, why do you think he's out? Otherwise, he would still be where he's at for touching me. I don't want you in my life. I don't never want to see you again.
You know what? If I was your daughter, I'd take this chair and I'd throw right at you. That's what I'd do. Welcome to the show. My first guest is Leela.
Yes.
And you're 14 years old?
Yes.
Why are you here today, Leela?
Well, I'm here to tell my mom that I no longer want her in my life today because all she's doing is hurting me. I mean, I'm only 14 years old. I haven't been in school for almost a year and a half now. Last grade I finished was 6th grade. I haven't been in school ever since, My mom, she likes doing her drugs and things, which that gets to her head. I mean, I guess it's like frying up her brain or something because one minute she's okay with me, the next minute she wants me out the house. She goes, she kicks me out, and what she tries to do is she calls the cops and tell them I ran away. And then after that, she had went to jail because she had busted my lip open really bad, and I had black eyes and everything.
Why did she do that?
Because I told her boyfriend tried to touch me, and she said I was lying. Her boyfriend, grabbed me. He literally grabbed me. He grabbed my breast, and he was looking at me, telling me, come on, let's do something. I'm like, what is wrong with you? You're 20 years old. I'm 14, and you're trying to touch me. And I went and told my mom. She was outside sitting on the step, and there I am, and I sat down right on the chair, and I told her, I'm like, Mom, look, your boyfriend tried to touch me. She's like, what do you mean he tried to touch me? I'm like, he tried to grab me. He literally grabbed me. He didn't try. He grabbed me. And I'm sitting on the chair just like I am, telling her while she's on the step. And out of nowhere, before you know it, I just feel myself fall. And she pushes me to the floor, and she starts hitting me. My hair, I'm surprised I got to fix my hair right now. My hair is cut. It's all messed up. Like, if you look at it right here, it's cut. Over here, it's long. Because my mom was literally sitting on top of me. I wasn't able to breathe. My mom is a heavyweight woman. She's big. She's sitting on top of me, grabbing a knife, literally chopping my hair with a knife, talking about I'm lying, that her boyfriend didn't try to touch me. I'm like, why would I come and tell you your boyfriend tried to touch me and he didn't do nothing? That doesn't make any kind of sense whatsoever. All I want for my mom today is just to put me in school, and the best thing I think for her to do is just stay out of my life. She's making my life worse. I mean, I'm trying to grow up a way different way than my mom. My mom is screwed up. She didn't go to school. She got pregnant at the age of 13 with me. She already had me. Right now, she already had me. I'm 14. She had me already, I want to be better than my mom. I want to grow up and be like, yeah, look, you see, I finished school. I got a good job, Things like that. I can't say I'm going to school. I can't say none of that because she didn't put me in school. I'm better off where I'm at right now. I never knew what clean clothes was. I was wearing the same clothes for weeks. 2 weeks straight wearing the same dirty underwear, same stained up bra and everything. Last time the cops came to my house, my brothers, their diapers weren't changed. My 3-year-old brother's crying, talking about, Lila, I'm hungry. I want to eat. I'm hungry. I can't do nothing. I'm 14 years old. How am I supposed to feed my brother? I have my friend in my life now. She does everything for me, you know what I mean? And without her, I think I wouldn't be nothing. I think I would have been dead already. I got clothes. I food in my stomach, everything now, you know what I mean? With my mom, she's not doing nothing but hurting me. She's making my life worse. She chooses her boyfriend over me. She believes everything he says, everything. She went right away. She told him, did you touch her? And he says no. Right away, she comes and she starts hitting me and cutting my hair and kicks me out of my house.
Why do you think your mother acts this way?
I think it's just all those drugs she's doing. It's getting to her already.
Do you ever see her doing drugs?
She did it in front of me, in front of my brothers, just smoking it right there, just all in front of us.
When you hear you say your mom doesn't want you to come home, she throws you out, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like nothing, like I feel like nobody. I feel
Was
like
she
nothing, like right now I feel like nobody cares about me. That's exactly how I feel. Me, I've been through so much. Even me sleeping in the park, I got bite marks all over my body. That's why I'm wearing pants. I do not wear shorts. I can't wear shorts. All the bite marks and everything I had from sleeping in the park, sleeping in people's cars, in gangways, and wherever I can sleep.
I hear the story, and it's incredible. And I can't believe a mother hacks your hair off with a knife because you tell her boyfriend touched you. She does this to you?
She tried to shave it with like the razor, like, you know, where guys would shave their head. But I ran. I was gone. I'm not gonna let her shave my head bald for a guy.
What the hell is she smoking?
I do drugs. I do PCP. I smoke PCP.
Why the hell would you smoke PCP with your daughter?
She wanted to smoke it.
You asked your child to lie and get the abuser out of jail. You know what? If I was your daughter, I'd take this chair and I'd throw right at you. That's what I'd do.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Was your mom ever normal with you?
Yeah.
Did you ever, and when did it change?
When she started smoking what she's smoking now.
What the hell is she smoking?
PCP.
How long have you been out of the house now?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And how long has
Mom?
How long has this been going on where she's been smoking a PCP and treating you like this?
She's been smoking it for a while. For about a year, I think, or maybe a little bit longer. She's been smoking PCP for a long time.
And when did your mother stop being a good mom to you?
Like once she had my brother, that's when everything she just gave up on everything.
And how old's your brother?
My brother right now, he's 3 and the other one is 1.5. And the 1.5, he got so much problems. His heart is on the right side. He's got a hole in his heart. He's missing ribs. His arm and his leg is shorter than the other. From smoking that and from her baby daddy hitting her while she's pregnant.
And I understand, she's only 28 herself.
Yep.
I understand your mom had the police looking for you, right?
She got the police looking for me because supposedly I ran away. And the cops had found me in the park because I had nowhere to stay. That's where I was staying, in the back of the park, not knowing what was going to happen to me. I could barely even sleep, not knowing if some guy's going to come and try to rape me or something. I'm a little girl. Come on now. I'm a little girl. A guy is way stronger than me. A guy can do anything to me. You know what I mean? Then the cops had found me. And when they found me, she's like, yeah, that's her right there. And, you know, I didn't run because what am I going to run from? You know, the police, I stand right there. I'm standing right there, and they're like, oh, yeah, I heard you ran away. I'm like, no, this is not how it went down. And I told my mom in front of them, I'm like, why are you lying to them? Why don't you tell the cops that you kicked me out? She's like, well, I did kick her out, but now I want her home. And they're like, now, why do you want her home if you kicked her out for a week already? As soon as when they brought me back to my house, the reason why, how the cops knew my mom wanted me home was because my house was filthy. It was dirty. It was filthy. My floor looked like it was never been mopped. There was beer, things everywhere. The bottles of the PCP laying around, you know, the tobacco from, you know, the blunts everywhere, you know. My brothers rashed up, crying to me, telling me they're hungry as soon as I walk in the door.
So your mom wanted you to come back and clean the house and
take care of my brothers. Basically, for me, go home and be a mom. For me to be the mom. While she goes out and gets high and does what she wants to do.
And all these things that you say that your mom did to you, you took a lie detector test before the show, and we're going to get to those results, and we'll find out if what you're saying is the truth. I'm going to ask you to leave the stage. I'm going to bring your mom out, talk to her, and then we'll bring you back out. All right, here's Leela's mother, Maria. Hello, Maria.
Hi.
Just got done talking with your daughter. What's your relationship like with your daughter?
It's not good.
Oh, why isn't it?
Oh, she doesn't respect me.
Why doesn't she respect you?
She just does what she wants to do. I mean, she doesn't respect me at all. She talks back to me.
What does she do?
She talks back to me. She yells at me. She acts like she's the adult. She acts like she's the mother.
Is she?
No.
Your daughter says you do drugs, right?
Yes.
Do you do drugs?
Yes, I do.
Why? Okay, why?
Well, I mean, I do drugs. I do PCP. I smoke PCP.
And you say it like I ate a bowl of cereal in the morning.
Well, I mean, that's just what I do. I mean,
I just do PCP.
I smoke PCP. I mean, it's not an everyday thing. If it's there, it's there.
I can't imagine ever doing PCP. I fought some guys on PCP, and I almost lost my life because of it. I know what PCP can do to people. And you have young children in your house, and you're
Yes.
smoking PCP, and you say it again like it's, I read the newspaper. I smoke PCP. You don't find any problem at all with smoking PCP with young children in your house. Your children.
Yeah, I do. But
But what? But
I mean,
not
I don't
enough
go-
to stop?
I don't
Not
go-
enough to protect your children?
well, my children are protected. I mean, it's not like I.
Really, when you're under the influence of PCP, how are they protected? Is there a policeman standing in your living room?
No.
Then how are they protected? I want to know that a parent under the influence of drugs, PCP on top of it, how are your children protected? Who's protecting them?
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? You told my producers you do it every day, right?
Almost.
I hear your daughter tell this story, and you come out and say that you do PCP. I think she gained a little more validity to her story. Stand your ass up. We have a voicemail you left for her.
You want her to keep
What's
it? Keep her at it. Because I just don't give a.
This is the message you leave about your own little girl.
The only reason why I said I lied was for you, for he can come out, so he can be with you like you want. Why do you think he's out? Otherwise, he would still be where he's at for touching me.
Do you think you have a drug problem?
No.
You don't think you have a drug problem?
No.
You do PCP every day, and you don't think you have a drug problem, and you don't want rehab.
No, I don't think I need rehab.
You
it's
don't
not
think
like if I don't want it, I mean, I don't have to do it. I do it because I want to do it.
So you could stop doing PCP at any moment.
Yes, I can.
Well, why don't
I
you?
haven't done PCP for 3-4 days already.
Wow! I think that's. Let me check my record book. That's a record. You smoke PCP every day with your children in the house, and you say it's not a problem.
I don't see it.
What's the feeling it gives you, Mom?
It just relaxes me. I mean,
It relaxes you.
It doesn't get me all crazy like it used to when I first started smoking.
It doesn't get, because you're so used to it now,
Yeah,
right?
I'm used to it now.
Yeah. Did you smoke PCP with your daughter?
No.
Never.
Once.
Once.
She has.
Once you smoked PCP with your daughter.
That's,
Listen to that statement. I once smoked PCP with my daughter. Are you out of your mind? What's the smile for? It's amusing that you do drugs, that you smoke PCP with your daughter. Why the hell would you smoke PCP with your daughter?
she wanted to smoke it.
I'm glad you find it amusing.
I don't
That's
find
what's
it
so
amusing.
great. That's why it's so easy for a policeman in this city. That's why we have no problems with kids running away, being killed, being raped, being robbed, because of mothers like you smoking PCP and smiling about it. And you did smoke marijuana with your daughter when she was 10 years old, right?
She smokes marijuana on her own.
On her own. You never smoked it with her?
I have. Yes, I have.
At 10 years old?
No, not at 10 years
How
old.
old was she?
She was like 11.
Oh!
But what I'm saying is she smokes it on her own. She does what she does on her own.
How does a mother smoke pot with her 11-year-old daughter?
I don't know.
What the hell is going through your mind as you pass an 11-year-old child marijuana? Your own daughter. That's not even the worst part of the story. I wonder, are you telling the truth about things? She runs away. She's a bad child.
She does run away.
You don't throw her out of the house?
No, I never throw her out of the house. She says that I kick her
You
out
never
of the
throw her out of the
house.
house. Your daughter ever tell you that your boyfriend touched her?
She told me.
And
And then she said that he didn't touch her.
And how about her chopped hair? Did she do that or?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did it.
I cut her hair.
Why?
She was going out, not coming home, and just lying to me.
So you took a knife and started chopping her hair off?
Yeah, I took a knife because I couldn't find no scissors. I was going to cut her hair. So I took the knife and I cut her hair.
She tells the story that you knock her down, you sit on her, you start whacking her hair, and that you were going to shave her head with the razor.
Yeah,
Why?
because that's what she cares about the most, is her hair.
Wow.
My mom did it to me.
You know what? Okay, did it feel good when your mom did it to you?
No.
Were you happy about it?
No,
So why would you then do it to your own daughter?
maybe to teach her a lesson like it taught me.
Teach her a lesson. Chop your daughter's hair off with a knife.
Yeah, I cut her hair with a knife.
Let me ask you a question. Why are you here?
Because I wanted to get help with my daughter.
You wanted to get help. Did you want help to get her home?
Help to get her home and help her do better, I guess.
The mother that does PCP, smokes marijuana with her at 11 years old, you really want help for your daughter. You want what's best for your daughter?
Yes, I do want.
Do you even know what's best for your daughter?
Maybe I don't.
Yeah, you're right. That's the first thing that you said that resembles the truth. You still with this boyfriend?
Yes,
Why?
he's the father of my kids.
Do you believe that he grabbed your daughter?
No.
You don't believe it.
Well, I wasn't there. I didn't see it.
Did you punch her in the mouth and split her mouth wide open?
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
She called me a bitch.
Why did she call you a bitch? Maybe it's because your boyfriend grabbed her. Maybe it's you laying around doing drugs. Maybe it's you chopping her hair off, trying to shave her head. I don't know. I'd have a few choice words for you, too. You're not even looking at your daughter. Your daughter's staying on my stage. She's crying. You don't even have the guts to look at your own daughter. You asked your child to lie and get the abuser out of jail. You know what? If I was her daughter, I'd take this chair and I'd throw right at you. That's what I'd do. Why isn't she in school?
I'm trying to put her in school. She hasn't been in school for over a year now.
And I'm asking you why.
She doesn't want to go to school.
She doesn't want to go to school. She'd rather stay home and hang out with you.
When she was in school, all she was doing was cutting school. Not going to school is why she got kicked out to begin with.
And so, that's it. Daughter's, I'm not going to get her in school.
No, I'm trying to get her in school now.
Is it true that the only reason why you want your daughter back is so she could be the mom to your kids?
No.
So she could keep the house clean?
No.
That if
she
it's up to
doesn't-
you, it's going to be filthy?
No, she doesn't have to come home for that. She doesn't have to come home at all. She doesn't want to.
She doesn't have to come home at all? I love mothers that are so committed to their children. To make sure that they're not out sleeping on park benches at 14 years old. That doesn't concern you at all?
Yeah, but it's her choice. That's what she chooses
And it's your
to
choice
do.
to smoke PCP and be a bad mother, right?
Yeah.
So I want to be perfectly clear. Your daughter, she runs away. You don't kick her out.
No, I don't.
You never kicked her out?
No.
We have a voicemail you left for her. And this is what it said. Are we going to play it?
You want her to keep
What's
you
that?
know? Keep her keep gone. You can have each other. I hope you are doing just beautifully. You could raise her. You could take care of her, buy her, you know, whatever you hoes do. Because I just don't give a.
The voicemail message said, you want to keep Leela? Keep her ass. Keep her, I'm gone. You can have each other. You can raise her. You can take care of her. Buy her. Do whatever you hoes do, because I don't give a.
Yep, that's exactly what I said.
And you're here why again today? Why are you here today?
I was trying to get things better with my daughter.
You were trying. Did that voicemail try?
No, I was mad.
You were mad, or were you high?
No, I wasn't high. I was.
You weren't high. That's sober, Mom.
Yeah.
Boy, I would love to hear a message with PCP, Mom. I'm going to bring your daughter back out and let her say whatever she has to you. Let's bring Leela back out. Leela,
Yes.
I got to tell you, just talking to your mom, you might have the worst mom right up there.
She's
Top
an
10 all
unfit
time.
parent.
And I don't mean that to be mean. I don't mean to, but really, what mother comes out on the stage and says what you say? You know where you should be? You should be in jail. You say whatever you want to say to your mom.
Well, all I want to tell you is I don't want you in my life. I don't never want to see you again. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't ever want to talk to you. I don't want nothing to do with you. You are so lucky that you still have my brothers and DCFS didn't take them. You are so lucky you're still not in jail because of me. Because of me, you're out of jail. Because of me, your boyfriend is out of jail for you, your little precious boyfriend like you wanted, right? You told me, please, Leela, just tell them that you lied. So me, like an idiot that I am, I go to court, I lied, not knowing what's going to happen to me, not knowing if DCFS is going to take me away because I lied about something like that. No, why? Because it was the truth. The only reason why I said I lied was for you, for he could come out, so he can be with you like you want. No, because you always choose him over me. And the first time I smoked PCP with you was because you forced me. And the only reason why I did
didn't force
man,
you.
I would take a lie detector test
Why
about
would I
that
force
too
you?
if you want me to. I would take a lie detector test right
you didn't
now.
force her.
Why would I force
you
you
didn't
to
force
smoke?
her.
The only
You let her.
reason why I
You
did
let
it
her.
was
Answer the
because of
question. You let your daughter smoke PCP.
Yes.
No, you didn't have to force her. You just let her.
you. The only reason why I did it was
Well, you know
because I
what?
was scared of
As
you.
a father, I'm
still scared of
outraged.
you.
Why wouldn't you put a stop to it? Who watches their kids do drugs? Who in their right mind lets their teenage daughter, 14 years old, do PCP? Who does that? Is there any line that can't be crossed with you?
May I say something? My mom cannot stop doing PCP. I promise you this because she's on probation right now and she's not supposed to be smoking. And she's supposed to binge stop once I took her out of jail. She was supposed to binge stop.
What
and
were you
she's
in jail
still
for?
smoking
I'm
it.
just curious.
Domestic
Tell her.
battery.
Domestic battery for beating up your
Cops got
daughter.
pictures of me with black eyes, busted lip, bruises on my back, all over my leg.
And you let your daughter smoke PCP. You let her. Do I really need to read these results? Or is she just telling the truth? Do you want me to read your results?
And if you want, you can.
Let's have your mom read the results. You're not even looking at your daughter. Your daughter's staying on my stage. She's crying. She's talking about how all these horrific acts. You don't even have the guts to look at your own daughter. look at your daughter.
I did look at her.
You did look at her. You know what? If I was your daughter, I'd take this chair and I'd throw it right at you. That's what I'd do. I'd throw it right at your head. I sometimes, you know what, somebody, when I did my warm-up before the show, somebody asked if this is real. You tell them. You tell me, is this made up?
No.
Is any part of this show staged, scripted, or did we tell you to say this?
No.
No, this is your life. One shot at it, and this is what you're doing with yours. And this is what you do with your children. The one person she has in her life to protect her, to show her love, the person that's going to say, don't worry, everything is going to be all right. And she gets you. What a bad roll in the dice life gave her. And you don't even give a damn. You have your back turned to your daughter.
What am I supposed to? She doesn't want to see me. She doesn't want to look at me. So why am I going to?
Why is
I
she
was
here?
looking at you
Why
when I
is
was
she
talking
here?
to you.
So at some point you get to turn your back on your children when you're the one that screwed up.
Yeah, I did screw up.
No emotion at all. Do you even care about your daughter?
Yes, I do.
Really?
If you cared
Do you
about
ever
me, you
show
wouldn't
it?
throw me out my house.
I don't throw you out.
Yes, you do.
You leave on your own.
If I
Lila.
leave on my own, why would I still be in the
When you-
streets? Why would I even come here? Why would I stay right here, right on the stage, crying, telling them my story if I kicked myself out?
Did you ask your daughter to lie about your boyfriend?
Tell them.
No.
When we win a court.
Look at
when we
me.
win a court,
You didn't
tell
ask
them.
her to lie. She's making that up.
I didn't tell her to lie.
When you said, please, Lila, please get him out. I really miss him. Your brothers miss him too. Please tell them that you lied. Why do you think he's out? Otherwise, he would still be where he's at for touching me. No, I let him out for you. For you can still treat me like garbage.
Is
for
she
you
lying?
to be with him.
Is she lying about that?
You always choose him over me.
You told her to
How
say
do I
that.
always choose him
Hey.
over you?
Where am I
Hey,
at?
knucklehead, pay attention. Did you tell your daughter to say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You told her to lie. Just beautiful. Just one more thing that
And
goes
you
on
seen
top
him
of the
touch
cake.
me once. And when you seen him touch me, what did you tell me? It's because of the drugs. Why do you still do drugs with him then? Why are you even with him? He was living with his mom. Why? Because he ended up in the hospital for being on PCP, trying to climb a fence, Steve, and he got stuck. He broke his leg and everything. Now what? I'm lying?
Nah, PCP doesn't make you do anything crazy. Can you look at your daughter in the eye and say she's lying about any of this?
No.
Most of the women that tell me this story, I'm usually sitting across in a prison with them, and they're telling me this story. How do you manage to walk the streets a free lady? You ask your child to lie and get the abuser out of jail when most right-thinking people are putting the abuser in jail. How do you lay down with a man and give him comfort after he's abused your child? What goes through your mind? Pleasure? Oh, I love this man? How do you allow him to live with you?
I just forgave him.
You just forgive him. You forgive a man for
She
sexual
forgave
abusing.
him too.
You know
No,
what?
I didn't. Just because
Here-
I got him out of
she's a
jail
child.
for you?
She's a child. The one person that any child should be able to turn to is their mother. Protect me, Mom. And you're not doing it. You protect the abuser. You protect the abuser. You get her to lie to get him out of jail. Maybe they'll reinvestigate this crime. Get off my stage, scumbag! Let's have your mom read the results. want to ask you to leave the stage while I bring her boyfriend out. But before you do, is there anything you want to say to your mom?
No, I don't have anything to say to her.
Okay, we'll bring you back up. Your boyfriend, well, let's bring him out. So we know you abused a 14-year-old girl. She admits it. Feel good to abuse a 14-year-old girl?
No.
No? What did it feel like? Bad?
I was all high.
You were all high. What were you high on?
PCP.
PCP. So when you do PCP, you do stupid things then, right?
Yeah.
Would you say that applies to everybody or just you?
Everybody.
Everybody. So that's your excuse why you abused the 14-year-old, because you were high. She looked pretty good when you were under influence?
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember it?
No, she's the one that told me that I did it, because I don't remember.
You don't remember. This is the guy you love so much, huh? This is the guy that you can show him love and not your own daughter. And here's the prize that you picked. You're in a gang, right?
Yeah.
Do you work?
Oh, yeah.
What do you do?
I work at a temp agency. Not all the time when they send me out.
Do you sell drugs?
I used to.
You used to. When's the last time you sold drugs?
Like a year ago.
Yeah. But you might not remember because you've been high on PCP, right? You do drugs. You got Maria smoking PCP, right?
But yeah.
Yeah. This is the man you allowed to live with your daughter and your two boys. So how do you think a 14-year-old feels when a grown man's abusing her? When he's high. And she doesn't know if he's capable of doing this, what else is he capable of? Think a child might think that? Might be fear of her life?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think it's screwed up then that the 14-year-old sees mom being with that man?
That's
asking her to lie?
But I don't smoke around the house no more. That's why I go out and smoke. I don't smoke around my kids and nobody.
You're an idiot. You know that? You know what I'll say? You certainly do deserve each other. If anybody's going to be with anybody, the two of you should. It's only a shame that your daughter doesn't get a mother. You know what? You are a piece of garbage. And I hope that you go to jail for what you did. Maybe they'll reinvestigate this crime that you did on that daughter. Get off my stage, scumbag! So you wouldn't feel the need that he should pay a price for abusing your daughter? No justice for your daughter. You let some man abuse her, and then you keep the man in your house. Let's bring your daughter out, and let's find out if she's been lying. About anything. Let's bring her out. Yeah, I mean, these results are kind of worthless, aren't they? Do I even really need to read them? Do I really need to read these results? I'm going to leave it up to you. Do I need to read them, or is she just telling the truth?
Yeah.
You know she's telling the truth. Do you want me to read your results?
I mean, if you want, you can.
Let's have your mom read the results. Yeah! I want you to read them out loud. I'll read the question, and you just read the answer. Results of Leela's lie detector test. Last week, did your mother tell you not to come back home, and what did she answer?
Yes.
Did you run away from home last week? And she answered?
No.
Did Ezekiel try to touch you in a sexual manner?
Yes.
Did you make up the story that Ezekiel tried to touch you in a sexual manner?
No.
And what does your daughter tell?
The truth.
Is there anything you want to say to your daughter?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry.
No emotion. No, I'm going to hug you. I'm going to make right by you. I'm going to love you.
I don't even want to hug her. I don't even want her to come near me. I want
She
her
don't
to
want
stay
you to
where
hug
she's
her.
at.
And you're okay with that.
She don't want me to touch her.
Get the hell out of here. Get off my stage. Your daughter wants to be in school. And all she wanted was a birth certificate. And you couldn't even provide this for your own daughter. We had to make you bring this so we can get your daughter back in school. How miserable is that? I feel horrible for you. I really do, to be 14 and have the mother that you have. I don't know. I know you're staying with a good friend, and you're in a much better place. Let me tell you something. I'm going to do a little work after the show and see if we can get some justice for you, for what happened to you. And all I got to say is, you got your head on straight, which I don't know how, and I'm proud of you for that, because as a bad mother you have, you got life figured out much better than she has. Is there anything that I can do for you?
I mean, I was gonna see if you can try to get a copy of my birth certificate or something, because I try to put myself in school and I can't. But my
You know what? If I have to walk you in school myself, get that birth,
I
a
went
birth
with,
certificate?
yeah.
You want a birth certificate? Your daughter wants to be in school, and all she wanted a birth certificate. And you couldn't even provide this for your own daughter. We had to make you bring this so we can get your daughter back in school. How miserable is that? You comfortable sitting down? Are you comfortable? Like your daughter's comfortable at night sleeping on a park bench? You know what? I'm not going to waste any more time with you. There's a young girl that needs me right now. We almost share the same birthday. Well, one of the things you want is you want your birth certificate?
Yeah, because I tried to, my friend, she went to the school with me, and they said all I need is my birth certificate, and I'll be in school like that. She bought me my school supplies, my school clothes, I got everything ready.
So you're going to
all
promise
I need
me
is
you're going to take that and you're going to go back to school?
Yep. That's all I was waiting for was the birth certificate.
Is your friend in the audience?
She's right there. Mari. Yeah.
And you took her in? Have a seat. You took her in?
Yeah.
And all I got to say is, thank you so much for helping this young girl out. You need a birth certificate to get back in. And all I got to say is, thank God there's people like you that'll take a young woman in and protect her. And you are a hero. And Leela, we'll provide you with anything you need. And you definitely need counseling for what you've been through. And we're going to provide that for you. I can't give anything to your mother. I really can't. She picks the man that's done nothing but cause harm. She's done nothing for you. So I'm going to help you out, and I'll help the woman that helps you out. That's what I'm going to do. That's why I'm going to help people that actually do something good in this world, like her, like you. So I'm going to help you. I hope this helped you out. There's people in prison that have more freedom than you.
I can't go anywhere without him. I can't talk to anybody without him. He became really controlling.
Man, I know you've been cheating on me and you lied to me. How do I know that that kid's mine and it's not my family members, huh? Tell me the truth right now.
She's your daughter. I wouldn't lie about that.
I do love her, but...
Okay, you love her, but then you give her a list of rules to live by, right? Who are you that you can impose your will, your list of rules on anybody?
My brother has turned into a monster. He just went crazy. Like, you can see the look in his eyes.
Did you spit in her face?
I'm not the abuser. You're the one that lies all the time.
You know everything I do.
What gives you the right to control anybody? Tell them what to do, what not to do.
I've never open fist hit her. I've slapped her.
I want to prove to him that I'm not cheating. I want him to stop accusing me.
But wouldn't your point be, you know what, Steve? I'm here to tell this son of a bitch I'm out. Yvette says she feels like a prisoner in her own home because her boyfriend, John, controls every aspect of her life. She can't leave the house, talk on the phone, or use a computer. She also says he forced her to quit her job because he suspects she'll cheat. John says he can't trust her, and he believes she got pregnant by someone else and is trying to pin the baby on him. Take a look.
I need to find out if my girlfriend's newborn is mine. We broke up, she was pregnant, she told me she was gonna go get an abortion. We got back together and it comes to know she's still pregnant. I think she had an abortion and then she got pregnant again. Then she came running to me talking about that was my baby. There's no connection when I hold the baby. It just feels like it's not there, you know? It's just not there. And I just feel that I can't trust her to go be with her family or friends because I feel that she's cheating on me, you know? I feel that she sneaks people in my house when I'm not there. That's why I don't like her going anywhere or talking on the phone with anybody because I know she's 20 years old and she's going to be sneaking around on me. And that's why I do the things I do, you know? At night, I block the door because I think that she's sneaking somebody in the house while I'm asleep. She needs to have some respect for me as a man and stay home and take care of the baby. I want to know if she's cheating on me and if the baby's really mine.
I want to prove to my boyfriend that I'm not cheating on him and that he is the father of our newborn daughter.
Why does he think you're cheating on him?
We've been together for about 2 years on and off. And a few months into the relationship, he became really controlling. He started telling me that I was sleeping around and that I was talking to people, and it's not true.
Were you cheating on him?
No, I've never cheated on him.
Where did he get these insecurities from?
At first, he wasn't like that. He was really nice, and he's a good guy. I love him, and I want to be with him. But he's controlling. He doesn't want me to have a phone. I can't walk outside to look because he thinks I'm looking for somebody. I can't go anywhere without him. I can't talk to anybody without him being present.
You can't use a phone or a computer.
No, I can't. He has to be there. If I need to use the computer, he needs to be there to watch.
When's the last time you left your house without him?
I can't even remember when the last time was.
He made you quit your job because he thought you were cheating at work?
Yes, he would park in front of my job to see if he would see me in the front counter. And if he didn't see me there, I was in the back sleeping with somebody.
Won't let you go back to school to complete your education.
Yes, I want to go to school so I can get a good job because of my daughters. They're living paycheck to paycheck, and I don't want that for them. I want them to have a good future. I want them to be able to ask for things and get what they want.
I've never heard of anybody saying, I want to go back to school, and somebody giving a good reason why they shouldn't. Like, I want to go back to school. No, that's not a good idea.
He tells me, he puts me down, like, he'll tell me, you're not going to be able to finish. If you go, you're not going to end up going. And I'm scared because if I go and I start going and then I miss school because he tells me I'm cheating on him at school, it's something he'll say.
He doesn't allow you to speak with family or friends.
He doesn't allow me to go to my mother's house.
Why can't you go to your mother's house?
I can't go see any of my family members because he can't go over there. They haven't accepted him.
Oh, because they don't like him.
They have not accepted him.
With good reason. At night, your boyfriend blocks off the door so you cannot sneak any men into the house while he's asleep.
It's a 1-bedroom apartment.
No, see, I'm laughing because it's almost like it's so ridiculous, it's humorous. I mean, to me, because I don't have to live like this, I'm sure it's not very humorous to you, but it's almost unbelievable. Like, why do you go along with this?
Because I love him. He's a good father.
Okay, hold on. You love him, and he's a good father.
When we're not fighting, we're happy.
As long as you obey all these rules.
Yes.
I mean, there's people in prison serving life sentences that have more freedom than you.
That's how I feel. I feel like if he gets help, like, for his issues, that he could change.
What kind of help is there? Like,
well,
hello, is anybody in there?
I feel like if he takes anger management.
I want to know as a woman why you put up with this.
Because my daughter needs her father. He's a great father to her. And I want him to understand that I'm not going to cheat on him. If I want him to give me that freedom, and I want him to understand.
But how about, forget all that. How about saying, I'm a human being, and you're not going to give me a bunch of rules to live my life by?
Man, I know you've been cheating on me and you lied to me. How do I know that that kid's mine and it's not my family members, huh? Tell me the truth right now.
She's your daughter.
You give her a list of rules to live by, right? Who are you that you can impose your will, your list of rules on anybody?
How do I know that that kid's mine and it's not my family members, huh? Tell me the truth right now.
She's your daughter. I want to be with him. I love him. I want my daughters to have him. And
I understand now. I understand you want love from somebody, and particularly this guy. And you say he's a great dad, but he denies the fact that your one daughter is even his.
He's been there since I had her, and he helps me with her. He stays up with her. I just think he just has a doubt because of the fact that we were split up when I first found out.
How many children do you have together?
I only have one.
One with him. Does he get to leave the house without you?
Yes, he does.
Okay. Can he use a phone or a computer?
Yes, he can.
Without you being around?
Yes.
He can. If he wanted to go back to school, could he?
Yes.
Not that I'm sure that's very high on his list. Is he allowed to talk with his friends or family?
Yes.
And you don't block the door to keep women out at night?
No, I don't.
Why does he get to do all these things and you don't?
Because I love him and I trust him.
But doesn't he love you? Doesn't he love you? Does he love you?
I honestly don't know.
Okay. Are you less of a person than him?
No.
Does a woman get less rights than a man?
No.
Say it, women. No! How long are you going to tolerate this?
I don't know.
Because I understand, like, listen, I'll talk to him. He's going to come out. I'm going to talk to him. But talking to me, is that going to change him as a person? I know you took a lie detector test and a DNA test, and maybe those things will help. But I always said, does a piece of paper change anybody? No, change comes because you want change or you're forced to change. And I can't force somebody to change their behavior. But you know who could force them to change? Do you know who? You don't know who?
Myself.
She's sitting right over there. You're the only one who can force them to change. You could say, you know what? You're not going to treat me this way. I'm not going to tolerate these rules anymore. And if you don't like it, there's the door. And I can't make you do that. Only you can make yourself say that. Let's bring out your boyfriend, John.
Yvette, I know you've been cheating on me. You lied to me. Yes, you lied to me. You're lying to me.
I don't lie to you.
Yes, you are.
I don't lie.
Man, you expect me to believe that kid's
to
mine?
stop already.
But you
She's
expect me
your
to believe it's
daughter.
mine sometimes? You don't know what it
she's your
feels like
daughter.
because of what
You
you've
know
done.
it.
You know what you've done. You need to
You've
stop playing the
been there
innocent one.
from
Stop
the
playing the
beginning.
innocent one. Stop playing the innocent one, man. Tell me the truth right now.
She's your daughter, and you know she's your daughter because if she wasn't your
Man,
daughter,
you had an
would've gave her
abortion.
your
You told
last
me you had an
name.
abortion. You told me.
I wanted to, but I couldn't do it.
I went to the doctors with you when you were pregnant. You were pregnant. You were
She's
like a
your
couple of weeks
daughter.
pregnant. You were a couple of weeks pregnant. Then you split up with me to go
She's
party.
your daughter.
You
I
had an
wouldn't do
abortion,
that to
man.
my daughter. I
Just
want
gonna
her
be
to
straight
have
up
her
and
dad.
tell me, man.
I want her to have her dad.
And you're sitting here. I feel like you're lying to me. You always lie to me. That's how I
I'm
feel.
not lying. She's your daughter. I wouldn't lie about that.
So, John, I don't understand. She's always lying to you,
Yes.
right? Then why do you stay with her?
I tell her. All right, look, Steve. I tell her to leave. You know what I mean? Just get your stuff and leave, man. You know what I mean?
But she doesn't leave.
She doesn't leave. She
And you,
decides to stay around.
and you let her stay.
Yes, I do, because I do love her. But it's
Okay,
like,
you
it's
love her, but then you
making me go crazy, man.
you give her a list of rules to live by, right?
Right.
She can't use the phone.
Right.
Can't leave the house without you.
Nope.
Who are you?
She's 20 years old,
No,
right?
who are
she
you?
She knows what she's
Who
capable
are
of
you?
doing.
Like, who are you that you can impose your will, your list of rules on anybody?
It needs to change.
Basically, though,
It needs to change.
she left a family member of mine,
A
All
mistake,
right.
and I don't expect people not to
you kept
judge
on-
me for it.
Every time you broke up
But-
with me, you went back to that family member and you came to me.
Who were you dating first?
So how that kid's mine and it's not my family members, huh?
It's
How do
not
I know
him.
that?
I don't have anything
Man,
to do
you
with
even
it.
told me.
Okay,
You
hold on.
told me.
Okay, hold on.
Don't sit here and lie to me.
Who were you dating first?
I was dating his family member first.
You were dating the family member first. Okay. And you just said, oh, it was a mistake. Well, you know.
Family member at that.
But then, knowing that she dated this other person, you said, okay, I'll date you too.
Yeah.
So, listen, what, you're the only person that never dated somebody, broke up with them, and moved on? We all done it.
But she did the same things to him too as well.
Then
And she
why
even
are
told
you
me.
with her?
You know what I mean?
Since you got back together with Yvette, have you had sexual physical contact with anyone else? You said nope. And the results for John's lie detector test is that since you got back together with Yvette, have you had sexual physical contact with anyone else? You said nope. Is she cheating on you right now?
I believe,
she can't be. She
that
can't even leave the house.
I believe that she
Way I
has,
could
though.
be.
I just believe that she
How?
has.
Who's she cheating with? The janitor? The milkman? I mean, she can't leave the house. How can she cheat on
Well,
you?
we live in a pretty messed up environment where we live at, and right there where the complexes are, there's people that, do
Is she just that
illegal
sleazy?
stuff, so,
Is she that sleazy, that harsh?
Man,
that
she
she's
kicks
just...
back around sleazy people. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Do you love her?
Yeah, I love her.
Do you want to be with her?
Yes, I want to be with her.
Can you forget about her past? Honestly, think about that one before you answer. If you can't forget about her past, then you should do her a favor and move on.
Yeah, I could forget about her past,
You could.
I have, you know what I mean? But it's just little things,
But you've hit the stage and you've thrown in her face about 10, 15 times already.
I just
Now,
feel like she's
she
cheating on me.
says she loves you, and I can only believe that she's telling the truth because what woman would tolerate being treated like that?
I need to change. I want to give.
I have changed, Yvette. It's
I
you,
want to
though.
give
You're
my
the problem.
daughter the best for her future. I want her to grow up and be happy about her family. I don't want her to go to school when she gets older and be all stressed out at school because her parents are always fighting.
Yeah, I want to know if this child's really mine, though, before any
She's
of that.
her
you know what I mean?
daughter.
And what if it is? It comes back, the child's yours.
Man,
You what?
You need to change.
Do you cheat on her?
No, I don't.
You never cheat on her.
I've never cheated on her.
Never.
When we split up, though...
Then you sleep with somebody else.
I slept with somebody else.
Of course.
I told her, though, you know what I
mean? Of course you have to, right?
Right.
Just like if she slept with somebody.
I mean, I don't have to tell her, you know, but I did because I'm an honest person, you know. I'm not going to lie.
Okay. Did you sleep with somebody else when you were broken up?
No, I didn't.
I don't believe that. You told me that you slept with my family member. You told me. You got an abortion.
Know what I needed to
feel
do.
that you got an abortion.
Why do you feel she had an abortion?
The dates changed of the pregnancy. The dates changed. The dates changed. I'm just saying, 3 weeks late. You know what I mean? 3 weeks later or whatever. I know these things because I know the day she got pregnant. I know the day she got pregnant. You know what I mean? I do. I went to the doctor with her.
Let me ask you this. Have you seen anything with your own eyes, her sleep? You walk in, she's in bed with somebody naked?
No.
No?
Not really.
You ever catch her a phone call? Oh, baby, I love you.
Phone call, yeah. Phones.
You caught her?
I mean, not caught her, but you know, she's on her little...
He's broken like so many of my phones, and because he doesn't want me using them. Now I am not allowed to have
Why do you break
phone.
her phones?
I broke her phones like twice because she did not want to let me see the messages or what she was doing, and I wanted to know. Just
So
like she
you
wants to
broke
know what
them so
I'm
you
doing,
could
I
see
wanted
them.
to know the same, and she didn't let me know. So I broke them, and I told her to get out of here. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be with her no more.
All right. We gave the little girl on the screen, we took a DNA test. Matt, with you, gave you a little DNA test. And John, you are the father.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
You need to stop
I'm sorry.
with that.
I know.
She had the baby.
I didn't believe it, though, you know?
When they handed you baby, did you believe it?
No, I don't know. I've been there for my children, though, so it's like it wasn't there, you know?
In fact, you came in and you took a lie detector test. Since April of 2012, have you had any sexual physical contact with anyone besides John? You said no. Since April 2012, have you had any sexual intercourse with anyone besides John? You said no. And Yvette told the truth. I missed the part where you were apologizing to her.
No, I'm sorry, though, you know, maybe I do need help, you know? No, I do.
Maybe.
I do need help. I do.
You need to change, if not for me, but for your daughter.
No, I will.
She doesn't deserve this.
Should we just end the show right there? Come on, baby, let's just go. Take you home.
That's all I want to do right now. Just go
Yeah,
home and
I'm
hold
sure
my
you
baby.
do. Anything you want to tell her?
No.
No. Okay. We asked John, since you got back together with Yvette, have you had sexual physical contact with anyone else? He said nope. Since you got back with Yvette, have you ever had sexual intercourse with anyone else? He said no. And the results for John's lie detector test is that he told the truth also. Is anything going to change?
You need to change.
No. I forget about him right now. I'm asking you. You came here. You proved the baby was his. You proved to him that you haven't been cheating or having sex with anyone else. You said that you were going to, I don't even know if you did say it, that you were going to make this change, that you weren't going to put up with it anymore.
I'm not. If it continues the way it is, if you don't let me finish school and give me my freedom, I want to have a phone, I'm going to leave.
All right. That's cool.
I can't
And
take this anymore.
I hope when you go home, you'll be strong like you are now. I hope you, behind closed doors, when nobody's watching, I hope you'll be this strong, not only, like you said, for yourself, but for your daughter. Now, you said there was no connection when he held the baby. You know it's yours now. You think you can go back there and hold that baby and make a connection?
There is a connection, but it's just like, it wasn't like how it's supposed to be, you know?
Are you ready to go back to the green room?
I'm ready to go see my baby.
Let's go.
Love you. I'm sorry, Kay.
My brother has turned into a monster. He just went crazy. Like, you can see the look in his eyes.
I want to prove to him that I'm not cheating. I want him to stop accusing me.
Denise says she's tired of being controlled and abused. She's been with her boyfriend, Kevin, for over a year and says he spits on her and punches her in the face. But Kevin says he's no abuser and they only fight because he thinks Denise is cheating. Take a look.
My brother has turned into a monster. Ever since he's been with his girlfriend, he's been abusive, controlling. He just went crazy. Like, you can see the look in his eyes. I've seen him hit her. I've seen him jump on her. I've actually been in the middle of them fighting. I've tried to keep him under control. The fighting, the black eyes, it's like, you're going to go to jail. You've been to jail. Why do you keep doing this? Is it worth it? His girlfriend, Denise, she seems to care about him. She puts up with anything that he does. If I had to be in a room, locked in a room, nowhere to go, no TV to watch, no one to talk to, why would you stay? If you're getting hit, you're getting abused emotionally, physically, why do you stay? I've told her to stand up herself, to move on, to tell him that you don't want to be with him. She's always saying she's going to leave, but she stays. I think my brother is abusive because he's insecure about her cheating. There's no way in hell she's cheating on him because she don't go nowhere. She just stays in her room. She can't even go to the grocery store with me. Today, I want to see Kevin wake up. I want Steve to give him this wake-up call. If nothing's done about this relationship, it's going to be a wrap. It's going to end dirty. Something bad's going to happen. Either somebody's going to get hurt or my brother's going to go to jail.
He was a childhood friend, Steve, and he was a really good man. You know, I was in an abusive relationship. We met back on Facebook about a year and a half ago, and I went to stay with him because, you know, I was in that abusive relationship. So about 2 weeks after I started staying with him, me and him started talking, trying to form a relationship. 2 months relationship, he starts accusing me of cheating, starts trying to tell me where I can go, who I can go with, who I can talk to.
So you kind of went from one abusive relationship to another. Why do you think things changed?
I don't know. I don't know if he cheated and he feels guilty about it, or if it's just he got comfortable with me.
What if that? Well, you know, get comfortable with. You're supposed to get comfortable in a relationship, and I don't think you get comfortable and then you start abusing the person. You know, that's not getting comfortable. That's taking advantage and just being a. So why do you stay with him? Because he's abusing you.
Because I love him and I know the man he was when we met. I know the man that he was and I know the man that he can be.
But isn't it true? You know, I hear that all the time. I love him because the man he was when we met. But isn't your true personality, the true who you are, doesn't that come out over a period of time? I mean, how about every first date that we've all been on? That first date, you are the phoniest, baloniest person on the, you know, oh, you know, you're cutting your toenails. You know, you ain't cut your toenails in a year. But you're going on this date, you wash your car, you do all these things because it's a first date. So now you get to spend some serious amount of time living together, and then and I have this, tells you what you can wear.
Yeah, he doesn't like me to wear like anything V-cut, like this outfit here.
He's going to be mad.
He's going to probably be mad.
Tells you what time to go to bed.
Yeah, like if he's got to get up to go to work or whatever, he'll be like, well, I got to get him to go to work, so we're going to bed.
And you have to go to bed.
And I go to bed.
He won't let you walk down the street alone.
No, he says he's trying to protect me. He doesn't realize his controlling behavior.
Tells you what you can eat and what you cook for dinner.
Well, he's a real picky eater. He really is.
But what does that mean to do with you? Why does he get to tell you what you're going to eat?
Oh, well, he doesn't like to tell me what to eat. He just tells me that he's not going to eat this or he's not going to eat that, so I have to cook something that he likes to eat.
Tells you who you can talk to?
He tells me who I can talk to. He asks me who I've talked to how long I talked to him, what we talked about. Like, I'm supposed to remember all that. And if I get one little detail wrong, he flips.
It's got to be hell living that way. Tells you who your friends are going to be. And you can't go over to a friend's house if he's not there.
No, I can't even really go to my sister's unless he's with me.
Why?
Like, he wants me to wait because he's afraid I'm cheating. Steven, I've never cheated on him. Never.
You're the first person ever to call me Steven on my show. Only my sisters, my mom, my dad, but it was kind of unusual to hear that. My wife is telling me that he threw hot sausage in your face.
Yes, we had been arguing about cheating, and I was gonna cook food still, and he was getting an attitude, telling me that he didn't want anything I cooked, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll cook me something. So I get up and start cooking, and he gets all mad. So he comes over there and gets sausage out of the pan and throws it in my face.
So I'm clear. What's your point of being on the show today?
I want to prove to him that I'm not cheating. I want him to stop accusing me.
But wouldn't your point be, you know what, Steve? I'm here to tell this son of a bitch I'm out. Did you spit in her face?
I'm not the abuser. Okay. You're the one that lies all the time. You know
everything I do.
Hold on, please. What gives you the right to control anybody? Tell them what to do, what not to do.
I've never open fist hit her. I've slapped her.
Did you spit in her face?
I'm not the abuser. Okay. You're the one that lies all the time.
When I was a policeman, I'd go to the apartment, and this would happen. And believe me, the sausage turns into a pan of cooking oil heated up. And let me tell you, I saw that. And that's a horrible thing to see. A woman that got covered with boiling hot oil. And do you know when we got to, she was burnt like she was in a fire for a month. And when we went, it was my very first call as a Chicago police. 5 minutes on the street, it was my very first call. And we went to the hospital. She was near death. And you know what? She didn't want to sign complaints. She didn't want him to get in trouble. And he almost killed her. Now, will it leap to that? I don't know. But I think if you're spitting on somebody that you love, supposedly, when you hit that person, when you throw food in their face, I wonder, well, what won't you do? What won't you do? I mean, you heard what his own sister said, that, you know, this is going to end badly. Let's bring out your boyfriend, Kevin.
That you're trying to make me out to be.
I don't want to hear I want you to change.
You're the one that lies all the time. You're the one that lies all the time. You're the one that say that you go in places. You're the one that say that you go in places. And then you're not even there. Then you're not even there. I call the phone left and right. You don't answer the phone.
All you ever do
You're the one that's lying. You're the one that lies all the time.
All you ever do is try to twist stuff around like it's me. It's not me.
You're the one. When I called you, Denise, look, when I called you, wasn't even answering the phone. You go places, you say that you're here, but then I find out that you lying. That you was somewhere else the whole other time, the whole time. I'm not the abuser. Okay. I'm not abuser. You hit me just as much as I hit you.
Okay.
Yeah. Take that lie detector test. You hit me more.
And that must be, you know, and it's not right for anybody to hit anybody. I always have to put that disclaimer out there for all the knuckleheads. But it is true. Nobody, women shouldn't hit men shouldn't hit women. But I'm sure you're terrified when she's coming after you, right?
No, just
okay,
let me,
hold on
a
second now. It's not only her saying that you do this. Your sister, who made this tape, says you. It's you, not her. This is your blood sister saying you're the problem. Is your sister a liar?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
She's a liar, too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to just go over this list one time, and you tell me true or not true, okay? You tell her what she can wear?
Yeah.
Okay. Tells her what time she has to go to bed?
No.
Well, you say, I got to go to bed, let's go to bed, right?
That happened on one incident.
Okay. Tell her she can't walk down the street alone?
Yes, sir. No, sir. Yeah.
You tell her?
Yeah, I tell her that she can't walk down the street because I don't want nothing to happen to her.
Yeah, so better to stay home and never walk down the street, right? Never take a chance.
Yeah, I live in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah, okay. Tells her what she can cook. She never can cook anything she likes.
That's a completely lie.
You tell her who she can talk to?
Yeah, some people, yeah.
Who she can hang out with?
Yeah, sometimes.
Controls who her friends are?
No.
She can't go over to her friend's house if you're not with her.
No.
She can. She can leave right now?
I mean, yeah, if she wants to, she goes anyway. She lies to me.
She cheats on you?
I don't know that.
Okay. You're a young guy and, probably in that very immature stage. What gives you the right to control anybody? Tell them what to do, what not to do.
It's not that I'm controlling her.
Well, you're trying to.
Look, what it is I worry about her. I'm highly protective of her.
Highly protective. Did you throw hot sausage in her face?
It was not hot. She
So
just had
cold.
started cooking it. I just done like this and just tossed it up to her like that right there. Honest to God truth. Honest to God truth. Hey, you know what happened after I done that? It really didn't even hit her. She grabs the frying pan, slings that, and hits me in the back of the head with it.
It didn't really hit me, but it hit me in my face.
Did you spit in her face?
When I was drunk. That's when we had the CDV charge. That happened one time.
See?
The worst thing I have ever done to her was spit on her. I've never open fist hit her. I've slapped her.
Open
like middle close fist. I never hit her like that. She's hit me like on Thanksgiving night. She got mad and she got drunk. She was wanting to go out with my sister's friends. I had to be at work at 10 o'clock. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. I begged her not to go. She started hitting me upside my head 5 or 6 times, all in the head. I've never hit her like that. Never.
But why?
The worst thing I ever done was spit on her. That's the worst thing.
Take me to bed.
I ain't never been abusive to her.
Happy?
Never been abusive to her.
Are you happy
never.
in this
That is
relationship?
bull.
Are you happy?
No.
No. Are you happy?
Well, not if she's not happy.
No, I'm not asking her that. You're a big boy. Answer the question.
Yes, I'm happy. I love the girl to death, man. I love her.
But are you happy day in and day out?
Yeah.
You're so happy that you got to do all these controlling measures? You don't trust her.
It's because I got reasons. It's because I got reasons.
Well,
that
my
I don't
point
trust
is, if you're not happy and you have reasons to distrust someone, why do you allow them to stay with you?
Because I want to make things work, man. I want to make things work.
While in a relationship with Denise, have you ever had sexual, physical contact with another woman? You said no, and he... At some point, after we do all this, you got to stand up for yourself. You got to stand up, and you got to do it for yourself. Because I can get tough, and I can do all kind of things, but you eventually it comes down to you and how strong and what you're going to demand for yourself, okay? Denise, you came here and you took a lie detector test. And we asked you, while in a relationship with Kevin, have you ever had sexual physical contact with any other man? You said no. While in a relationship with Kevin, have you had any sexual physical contact with any other woman? I didn't even know that was... You think she cheats with women?
Well, she used to say she said she was a lesbian at one time.
When I was 12, I experimented with girls.
So you think that she's cheating with women?
Yeah, never can tell.
Okay, well, we asked her if she ever had sexual contact with women. She said no. While in a relationship with Kevin, have you ever had sexual intercourse with any other man? She said no. And the results for her lie detector test is that she told the truth.
I love you, baby. I love you.
Now I want his.
What's that?
I said, now I want his results.
Now you want his results. Did you tell the truth?
Yeah, I know I did. I never slept with nobody else while I've been with her. Never even went out with another girl. Never.
This is the only girl you ever been with?
Since we've been together, I've never been with another girl.
Okay. We asked Kevin, while in a relationship with Denise, have you ever had sexual, physical contact with another woman? We probably should have asked him about the men, too, because it's only fair, right? No men, though, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
While in a relationship with Denise, have you ever had sexual, physical contact with any other woman? You said no. While in a relationship with Denise, have you ever had sexual intercourse with any other woman? He responded no to both questions, and he did not tell the truth. Hey. Okay. It's big boy time here. It's not. It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
I've not been with nobody else. I wouldn't take another lie detector test because that is wrong.
How many times did we give it to you?
Many times you want to, because I know that's a lie.
How many times did we give it to you?
We
gave it to you twice.
Tests. Yeah, that's it.
You failed both of them.
I don't know about that.
We gave her the test twice. She passed twice. Okay? Now, hold on. You know how many times I've had a guy, oh, no, that's...
You can believe me.
Hold on. As soon as I get him backstage, hey, man, tell me the truth. Yeah, I did.
No, I haven't. I'm telling you the truth. I have not been with nobody else since I've been with her. I'm telling you the truth.
You're not telling me the truth.
Okay.
And your behavior is typical of somebody who's cheating.
Okay.
You accuse.
Okay. All right, whatever. If that's what you want to believe,
That's why
believe
you wanted. That's why you
if
didn't
you
want to
believe it, believe it. I don't care what you want to say. I'm telling you,
Hold on, Denise, come out here. Denise, you need to be strong right now, baby. Come back out here. You need to be strong. Okay.
That's a lie.
Hold on.
I don't care what.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay, you took the test, right?
Yes, sir,
And
twice.
you answered honestly?
Yes, sir.
And the results came back that you're being an honest person, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, you can sit here and listen to this crap about, oh, it's not true, it's not true.
Oh, I know, because he had to run my test twice.
Okay.
I'm glad that you
So what I want to know is,
because that is crazy.
You know what? Why don't you throw him off my stage? Denise!
You go.
Okay. I didn't mean physically, but you did a good job. Okay. Okay. You're a good person. You're a good woman. There's a guy out there with that. You know what? You've had two guys that have mistreated you, taken advantage of you, and have abused you. Only you can really make that stop. You know what? The first time somebody does something like that, don't give them a second chance. You say no, okay? Now, unfortunately, a lot of times people say, oh, yeah, I'm going to be tough, Steve. Yeah, I'm going to leave him or her, and I'm going to make the right decision, okay? No. And this is a game we play on the show, but it's the game of life. Right. This is the real game. And out that door is the son of a bitch that you've been living with that's been abusing you, okay? That's what out that door. And if you're going to go back home and cook his favorite meal and go to bed when he wants to go to bed and only talk to who he wants you to talk to and continue to accuse you, because you know that's never going to end. Never. Or you could go out that door and say, you know what, Steve? I'm going to go out this door. And I don't know what's out that door, but what I know, what's not out that door, is what's out that door. Good luck, son. I hope you stay strong.
We're here to confront our brother because he's been abusing drugs and he's hitting his girlfriend. He'd choke her, and you could hear her head hitting up against the wall, and we have to call the cops.
So she was a month away from having a baby, and she fell on her stomach running away from your brother.
When he gets drunk or starts using drugs, he just gets really violent.
Does your brother ever hit you?
He's choked me before.
Aren't you a mother first, before anything else? Are you afraid of him? What times are you afraid of him?
When he's really drunk.
And how often is that?
all the time.
It can't be healthy for your baby, being scared all the time.
Just want him to get some help.
You're accused of abusing your pregnant girlfriend?
Yeah.
Then do me a favor, stand up, okay? This woman, she's carrying your child. I don't get how anybody could ever hit a pregnant woman, knowing that there's a baby in there.
Hey, the baby's in her stomach. I don't hit her stomach.
You got a woman that's standing by you, and she's saying, let's get some help. And I'm here. I'm telling you, here's the help.
So is it a yes to get help?
Take the damn help. That's what everybody's saying. That's what I'm thinking. Welcome to the show. My guests are sisters Tikiana and Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylor, you're 16, and Tikiana, you're 14, right? And you're here today because of your brother. Tell me what's going on with your brother.
We're here to confront our brother because he's been abusing drugs and he's hitting his girlfriend and putting his hands on her. Like, there's been incidents where he'd choke her and you could hear it, and he'd hear her head hitting up against the wall, and we'd have to call the cops on him. And like when she was 8 months pregnant, she asked him if he could get her some food, and he was drunk. And I don't know why he got mad, but he hit her, and she started bleeding. So we took her to the bathroom to wipe her off, and we locked him out of the house. And then so he broke my mom's window to get inside the house. And then I had to hold him. Me and my sister had to hold him back so that he wouldn't get to her. And she ran outside, and she even fell on her stomach while she was pregnant to run to the car.
How far along was she pregnant?
8 months.
So she was a month away from having a baby. And she fell on her stomach running away from your brother.
Yeah, to get to the car so she could get away. Because he was trying to hit her again because we said we were going to call the cops. And he was like, if you're going to call the cops, I'll give you a reason.
Why does your brother act like this?
When he gets drunk or starts using drugs, he just gets really violent.
And what other things does he do?
He just hits, like, he's really violent. He yells and he'll scream, like, he'll call her hateful names, and he does it he's disrespectful to everyone, his fiance, to us, my mother.
Does he ever do it when he's sober?
I haven't, but most of the time I always see him he's always...
He's always drunk or high on drugs. And your relationship with his fiance, you girls get along with her?
That's like my best friend.
She's your best friend?
She pretty much is. We've been really good friends for a long time.
And what do you feel when you see that your brother is pretty violent to her?
I hate it. It makes me just, I hate it.
Why does she stay with your brother if she's...
I think because she's scared of what he'll do if she tries to leave him. I think that's why.
He's that violent?
He's made threats to do things to her family and things if she leaves him and stuff. He's that violent.
When he's very violent with this girl, do you call the police?
Yeah.
There's been, I've only called him one time. I don't know about any other time that we've had to call him, but I know one time there was an incident where we had to call the police.
Did the police lock him up?
No, they don't even do anything. They just talk to him. And he's drunk whenever he talks to the police, and they don't even do anything. And he gets an attitude with them and everything. Shayra usually doesn't want him to like get locked up. She usually doesn't want us to call the cops.
Now I understand that you've been getting into trouble, right? Is that right, Tikiana? And until you recently moved, what were you doing?
I was involved in a gang, and I used to do drugs.
What kind of drugs would you be doing?
Like pot, and drink.
You're 14 years old. Why would you be doing those things?
Like, I've seen my brother do it, and I just figured, and I've seen him be in a gang, and I thought since he did it and it's coming down in the family, I figured I'd just be in it too.
And do you continue to do these things, or?
No.
And what made you stop?
The way I act whenever I realize that I act like kind of stupid, so I don't do this no more.
And you were able to, you figured that out on your own, huh? That's pretty good. What do you want to happen today?
I want him to change. I don't want him to hit on his fiance no more, and I don't want him to stop abusing drugs and doing.
And your relationship with your brother?
I don't talk to him.
And why don't you talk to him?
Because every time he's around, we have to deal with him being drunk and putting his hands on his baby mama. We don't want to be around that.
This woman is, she's carrying your child. But I don't get how anybody could ever hit a pregnant woman, knowing that there's a baby in there.
It ain't hurting the baby.
Are you afraid of him? What times are you afraid of him?
When he's really drunk.
And how often is that?
All the time.
Has your brother ever hit you?
No.
He's choked me before.
He's choked you before. And why did he choke you?
'Cause he was disrespecting my mom and had her up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and she had to get up early for work, and he was on parole. He wasn't even supposed to have any friends over or anything, but he had a whole bunch of friends over at my mom's house, and it made me mad, and then he wanted to use the phone to call more friends and go drink, and so I unplugged the phone, and I was like, you're not going to use the phone. I said, Mom is up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and she needs to be asleep, but she's trying to tell you to let your friends leave. You won't even listen to her, and he got mad at me because I unplugged the phone, and he choked me. And then my mom stood up and was like, had to get onto him and grab him, and so he let go of me.
All right, so what I'd like you to do, ladies, is I'm going to ask you to leave the stage. I'm going to talk to your brother, and at some point during the show, we'll bring you back out.
Okay.
All right, let's bring your brother out. Cameron, let's bring him out. How you doing, Cameron? You got your two sisters. You know, you're accused of abusing your pregnant girlfriend? You hear your sister say that, right?
Yeah.
Then do me a favor, stand up, okay? You hear your sisters come out and they're scared of you. You're their older brother. They say you're 19 years old, that you're in a gang, that all you do is drink, that you're doing drugs, and that you beat up your pregnant girlfriend, right?
Mm.
Well, you hear your sisters. I mean, this isn't like, an ex-girlfriend that's got an axe to grind with you. These are your two little sisters, right?
Yeah.
When you hear them saying that, what's your response to that?
I really ain't got no response.
None at all?
No.
Not like they're telling the truth, they're lying.
They probably telling the truth.
They're probably, or they are?
They are.
Okay. Hitting her. Your girlfriend, you're breaking a window, trying to get at her. She runs out the door. She's 8 months pregnant. She's falling down. You're hitting her. That's all true?
Somewhat. Y'all ain't got the full story.
Well, I'm willing to give you a chance to tell it.
I mean, I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I mean, I got to do what I got to do to survive out in the streets. And right now, me and my baby mama, we ain't really on good terms right now. I mean, I got to do what I got to do to feed my daughter. You feel me? And I mean, you ain't gonna come to Tulsa and work a 9 to 5 to provide for me and my family.
Are you going to come to Chicago and work a 9 to 5 to take care of me and my family?
No.
Fair enough. I don't expect you to, but you certainly don't expect me to, right? Okay, so I go about and I provide for my family. I come to work and I work a job and I get paid and I go home and I take care of my kids and my wife, right?
All right, but
what do you do?
You don't live the life I live. I mean, you wasn't growing up like I was growing up.
How did you grow up?
I mean, thugs. I mean, I was growing up around gangbangers, selling drugs. I wasn't taught the right things. I grew up seeing pistol play, drugs.
Believe it or not, when I was growing up, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth either.
All right.
And there was gangs in my neighborhood, and there was bad guys and guys that went to jail that I grew up with, and there was guys that didn't go to jail. And I happen to be one of the guys that didn't go to jail. Now you say you got caught up. You got caught up with the bad guys, right?
Yeah.
You got caught. Are you in a gang?
Yeah.
And why do you, just out of curiosity's sake, everybody has a different story. Why are you in a gang?
I don't know. I mean, it's just things outside. You know, I mean, at the time I thought it was cool, but you know, I'm not just past my knees. I mean, it's over my chest. You feel me?
No, I don't know what that means.
I mean, it's what I seen as a kid growing up. So I decided to try to follow that lifestyle.
As you got older.
I thought it was cool, yeah.
And what do you feel about that now?
Now I feel like I'm already into it too deep.
Okay.
So, I mean, it ain't I tried to pull back. I've tried to pull back.
And when you say you tried to pull back, what did you do?
I mean, I've tried to get a job. You know, I can't keep a job.
You tried to live a more legitimate, more law-abiding life. Gang since you were 9 years old.
Yeah.
You were shot when you were 10.
Yeah.
Shot at, or you were actually shot?
I was actually shot.
You had a bullet going through your body when you were 10
I had a bullet hit right here and go out here.
Who was shooting at you at 10 years old?
I really can't put my finger on who it was.
You just, I mean, maybe you were just caught up in gunplay?
Yeah, words was exchanged. You know, he said something, I said something back. You know, he fired off, so.
No.
And I was 10 at the time when it happened. So, you know, me getting hit at 10, I'm like, whoa, you know, I mean, okay, I get hit. If somebody come and shoot me at 10 years old, okay, I mean, come on now.
That's pretty brutal to be shot at 10
And
years
then
old.
once I got shot when I was 10, you know, I just jumped in it real hard. You know, I tried to do something so I could protect myself. You know, I had to run with pistols every day. You know.
So you started carrying a gun when you were at a very young age?
Yeah.
And that gave you a sense of protection,
well,
feeling?
I felt like it was protecting me. I mean, still to this day, you know, when I head back to the T now, I'm gonna have a pistol on me because you know I can't walk the street, you know, and just feel safe like that. You feel me?
You carry a gun, so you make yourself feel safe.
Yeah.
To protect yourself.
Protect myself.
Now, not growing up with the silver spoon and all that. You're a smart guy. You carry a gun to protect yourself. Why the hell would you then go and beat the woman that is carrying your child? I mean, you see what I'm saying? You feel me?
Yeah, I kind of feel you.
I might be speaking out of turn here.
No, you're
but
right.
You have two sisters. You certainly wouldn't want anybody putting their hands on them.
You're right.
Well, why wouldn't you afford that to every female? I mean, especially, again, it blows my mind. This woman is, she's carrying your child, not a stranger's, your child. You should never put your hand on a woman. I say it all the time, but I don't get how anybody could ever hit a pregnant woman, knowing that there's a baby in there.
It ain't hurting the baby.
You're not that dumb. Please tell me you're not that dumb.
Aren't you a mother first, before anything else?
I just want him to get some help.
I don't get how anybody could ever hit a pregnant woman.
It ain't hurting the baby.
You're not that dumb. Please tell me you're not that dumb. Your girlfriend, your fiance, she fell, and she could have. What if it would have ended her life?
She the one who took off out the house. Didn't nobody tell her
because
to
you're
run out the
breaking
house.
in the house. You're breaking the windows.
Okay, well she should have came outside and talked to me. Like I told her to come outside and talk to me.
Why would she come out and talk to you? If
and
you're
then-
that, listen, if you're that violent, you're going to start breaking in windows and chasing her. Why the hell would she just voluntarily come out and talk to you?
Well, she should have talked to
Were
me.
you
from the
high?
get.
Were you drunk?
No, I think I was drinking that day. Well, she should have talked to me when I told her to come outside and talk to me.
Why?
We could have solved it right then. You know, then my little sisters wanted to get in between, and when my little sisters wanted to get in
You know
between,
what? They're doing something
worse.
that's your job. They're doing your job. They're protecting that little girl.
What they need to do is mind their business.
Again, I'm just going to say it. When you decide to bring children in the world and they count on you and they don't have anybody else, like you said, you were 13 years old. You didn't have anybody. You're running away. You're on your own. You think she could take care of herself? Look at that picture of your baby. She can't take care of herself.
I'm going to take care of her.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna take care of my daughter. You know, Sherry, she's a grown woman. She could take care of herself.
First of all, you're 19 years old.
Right.
Okay? You already have 2 children. You have to grow up real fast here. You're if you're not willing to commit to this woman, one, if you can't commit to like, I'm going to protect her, I'm going to provide safety for her, I'm going to do everything I can for her. If you cannot commit to her and be there for her, stop having kids. Stop having kids with her. All you're doing by what you're doing, the way you're behaving, the decisions you're making, all you're doing, take a good look at her. All you're doing is cheating her. You're cheating her. If I'm not doing it, if I'm not coming down there to Tulsa and putting money on your table, what are you doing to put money on your table? What are you doing to provide for your family?
You asking me what am I doing?
So yeah, what are you doing?
I'm hustling.
Oh, everybody says that. I'm hustling. I'm conning. I'm doing this. What is hustling doing? Selling drugs, robbing people, what?
Selling drugs.
Selling drugs.
Yeah.
So good possibility you might get caught selling drugs, right?
Yeah.
And what happens when you get caught selling drugs?
Make mine. Get out and try to do it different.
I'll ask you the question again. What's a good possibility when you're selling drugs? What happens to you?
You get locked up.
You get locked up. And you might get put away for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
So while you're locked up and you're eating your 3 squares a day and you got that cot to lay on, who's taking care of that little girl?
Her mama.
Her mama, the one that you beat, that you don't care, that you think like, I'm not committed to her. So now so a woman that you don't respect, which you don't, by your actions, what you say.
It's not like I don't care about her. I'm always going to care about her. She's always going to have a place
But you won't provide for her. You said you won't provide for her. So my thing is, you're going to go away for a few years and, you're going to leave that responsibility for a woman that you don't even want to provide for. You're going to leave this, the most precious thing in your life, I would hope so. Maybe, I don't want to put words in your mouth. But this little girl right here should be the most precious thing, and you're going to leave that responsibility to somebody you really don't care about and you really don't want to provide for. Go ahead, take care of my baby. You're going to roll the dice with living your life. I'm going to sell drugs. Aren't you smart enough to do anything else other than that?
Yeah, I've tried.
And?
It always fails.
And why does it fail? Because you choose to make it fail? Calling in? I'm not coming in today. I'm hungover. I don't feel good. I'd rather lay around the house. That's not trying. That's doing a little bit and then, I don't want to grind it out. It's easier ways to make money. I could sell dope for a couple hours and make a lot more.
I mean, it's not like I just lost my job and didn't try to go get another job. I tried to go get another job. Don't nobody want to hire me. So, I have no other choice. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit at the house and keep going, try to fill out applications. Ain't nobody going to hire me. And my daughter ain't got no diapers. She ain't got no formula. So I got to go out and I got to get it.
You got to go out and get it.
I got to go out. I got to hustle. I got to sell this. I got to do something to put something in my... I got to do something to put some food in my daughter now.
That's why I always tell people, plan. Plan to have children. Have a plan. How am I going to take care of them? How am I going to be there for them? Not just, oops, I got a child. What am I going to do now? Are you proud of selling drugs?
No.
What do you think that does? Think that helps the community or destroys the community?
It destroys it.
A mother has to look out the window. Boy, I wonder if they're selling drugs today. I wonder if I can let my child go out and play. I wonder if I can let my child walk to school today. I wonder if she can get by that guy without her buying drugs or my son buying drugs. You know what I mean? Do you feel me? Someday your little girl's going to walk to school. You want a bunch of people selling dope on her way to school? All the bad temptations out there. What do you sell?
Weed.
Weed? Anything else?
Water.
What is that?
Water. PCP.
PCP. Anything else?
Crack.
Crack. What's that? Crack. That would be a drug that would be very addictive, right?
Yep.
You ever seen crackheads?
Yep. Every day.
Not a pretty sight, is it? Destroys people. They become the living dead, actually, right? They're like skeletons walking around. And think about it. So you're going to grow up. You're selling crack to somebody. What if somebody sells crack to your daughter someday? Somebody someday makes your daughter into a crackhead. That doesn't unsettle you a little bit? That doesn't say like, man, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
Because there's consequences in life with everything you do. You're telling me you're the problem in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You're not the solution, right?
I love you to death, and we don't like not being able to be around our big brother because every time he want to come around, he want to act a fool. We want to be there. We want you to be a part of the family. We want you to be around.
I don't want him to stop. I don't want nobody to get hurt.
I mean, your 14-year-old sister says, hey, my brother was a decent guy at one time. He protected me. He watched out for me. And now, all I do is I watch him get drunk, hit his pregnant girlfriend, his fiancée. These are your sisters. You're supposed to be a role model to them. And she did look up to you. Now she doesn't. Now they're afraid of you. Your sisters don't even want to be around you because they're afraid of you. I mean, do they have to strap to feel better, to feel safe?
I mean, I don't want them to.
Of course not.
And I mean, I see that they're following in my footsteps.
Yeah, your sister joined a gang just like you, was doing drugs just like you. But even at the tender age of 14, she figured out, man, this isn't for me. I better stop this. Does that bother you at all, that your sisters, especially your 14-year-old, your little sister going down that path?
Yeah, it bothers me.
I know this is stupid, but I can only do the show based on my life experiences, and I can only talk about how. And I remember my little sister when I was little. I collected baseball cards when I was a young kid. And my little sister started buying baseball cards because I was buying baseball cards. And she just looked up to me. She was my little sister. So she'd have her little stacks of baseball cards on the windowsill. And your little sister is joining gangs and doing drugs that could potentially ruin her life. And you know why? Because she's looking at you, what you're doing. You feel responsible for that?
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Cameron? I'm going to give you a chance to talk to your sisters. Let's bring your sisters out. What do you want to say to your brother?
I just want to tell you that you're wrong, and you shouldn't be putting your hands on females. I mean, you talking about you got to carry guns on you for protection, but why put yourself in that situation to where you got to carry a gun and put yourself in that situation to where you do get shot at? Why do you sit up there? You selling drugs and everything like that. I understand you got to put food on your table for your kids and stuff like that, but that ain't the way to do it. What happens if one day one of them turn around and they follow you to where you go stay the night with Shayra? What happens whenever you stay the night with her? They find out where you is and everything like that. You turn around and you leave. They want to go in the house, get the drugs that you sold to them because they want some more. What happens if Shayra and your kids end up dead because of that? How you going to be looking then? How you going to be looking whenever my niece gets older and she's turning around, she sees what daddy's doing, so she thinks it's okay for her to go through the same situation. She see her mama getting beat, so what happens whenever she finds a dude and he's doing the same thing to her? She gonna stay around because, you know, I blame Shayra for that too. She gonna stay around because she see mama staying around doing the same thing, so she's gonna think it's okay. I love you to death, and we don't like not being able to be around our big brother because every time he want to come around, he want to act a fool. We want to be there. We want you to be a part of the family. We want you to be around. But we can't because you want to act a fool every time that you is around. So, I don't know.
What do you want to say to him?
I just want him to stop. Because I don't want nobody to get hurt.
Are you afraid of him? What times are you afraid of him?
When he's really drunk.
And how often is that?
All the time.
I want to talk to your fiance. I'm going to ask you to leave the stage, and I'm going to bring you back out.
You want all of us to leave?
No, you stay. I want you to talk to her because you're the ones watching what your brother's doing to her. Let's bring Cher out.
You okay? Please don't cry.
How you
We
feeling?
love you. We didn't want to put you through all of this, but like we just want him to change because we see how you love him, and you deserve better than that, Shara. You know you do. I love. That's why we want him to change because we understand that you love him and we do too.
You deserve better than that. You shouldn't. Y'all got to think about that baby, though. Like, really, it's that
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like you girls to also leave the stage for a few minutes. I'd like to talk to Cher about myself. You know, I'm up here and I meet these two young ladies, and the 14-year-old seems like she's smarter than everybody up here. It's real simple. She gets it. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I tried drugs. I joined the gang, but I realized it was bad. I stopped. And I meet your boyfriend, and I do see, like, I could see where sometimes you just look at somebody and go, they're a bad guy. But I can almost see that there's something good about Cameron. There's something that he's not just a total thug. But to hear the stories of him, you know, the window breaking, you have to run from him, you fall down, you're falling on your baby, the abuse while you're pregnant. I understand that you guys were young, you've been together a long time. You're only 22, he's 19. You've been together for 8 years. You guys were children when you first got together. But you see this behavior. His sisters obviously are here to protect you. They don't like the way he treats you. Why wouldn't you say, you know what, especially after you have a beautiful little girl and now you're pregnant with a little boy, when does it end? When does this, when you say, you know what, Cameron, I can't, you can never have me ever again?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Well, why do you stay? Can you give me an answer to that?
He's a really good guy. He really is. Underneath all that, he's a good guy, and I love him.
When does he show the good guy? I mean, he's showing it somewhat. You could see where there's a good guy in it now because he's sober. But according to his sisters, according to him himself, he gets drunk a lot.
Yeah, he
and
does.
if you say anything to him while he's drunk, he's gonna bring the lumber down on you.
Yeah.
Doesn't that make you scared?
Yeah.
You gotta be. It can't be healthy for your baby being scared all the time.
No, it's not.
Isn't it fair to your child that you live your life being with somebody that's not, you don't have to live your life in fear?
Yeah. But I love him.
I know you love him, but at some point where do you say, you know what, I love you, but I can't be with you?
He just needs a little help.
Do you think he's willing to help himself?
Yeah.
And what makes you think that?
Because I know if he has help, he'll be all right.
Could it be that you're in love with somebody that you knew years ago and now he's not the same guy anymore?
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably what it is, right?
Yeah, it is.
I can't imagine he was that way 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
No. He has gotten a lot worse.
And how has he got worse?
I mean, his drinking has gotten a lot worse. I mean, he's always out, doesn't come home.
It's so strange to hear. It's not like we're talking about, you know, a 40-year-old man here. We're talking about a 19-year-old. His drinking's got worse. He's 19 years old. Are you afraid of him?
At times.
And what times are you afraid of him?
When he's really drunk.
And how often is that?
All the time. So,
I think everybody knows. Everybody watch at home. They're rooting for you. Say you take the damn help. That's what everybody's saying. That's what I'm thinking. Take the damn help. And it wouldn't be right and it wouldn't be good if you weren't pregnant and you said you wanted to stay with them. But that's your life. And if you wanted to live it that way and if nobody could stop you, then you live your life. But you don't even get the luxury of thinking that way because now you have to think about your children. What if he gets so drunk and he, you know, does something that you're not going to be around anymore? Honestly, the way what you know and the way you feel and what's in your gut, are you going to be okay not being around and having Cameron take care of your little ones?
No.
It's kind of hard to take care of kids when you're drunk, right?
Yeah, it is.
Or when you're walking around, you have to carry a firearm on you because you don't feel safe. You got people coming after you. It can't be a settling feeling for you when the man you're with has to strap a gun onto his side to protect himself.
Yeah, he's always been like that.
I mean, aren't you a mother first?
Yeah.
Before anything else? This is the guy that you want to be daddy, that your kids are going to see, your daughter, your son. This is their father, and he's going to act this way, and he's going to treat you, his sisters, other women. He's going to treat them like this? Are you going to be okay with your little girl, your little boy seeing him act this way? What do you want?
I just want him to get some help.
Did you ever tell them this before? Have you ever said this to him? Why not?
I wouldn't think he would listen.
Do you want to tell him now? I mean, it's your life that we're talking about here. I think if you love him and you want things to change, then you got to tell him he's got to change. I'm going to bring him on. You don't have to be scared. This is your opportunity to tell him whatever you need to tell him. Let's bring him out. Let's bring Cameron back out. What do you want to say to him?
You know, I love you with all my heart. I want you to be around for our kid. I really do. So do you think if we went and got help, would it make it better?
No.
You don't know?
I mean, see, we try to work things out. You know that.
So, no.
See, I want to work things out.
So is it a yes to get help?
Man, how can anybody? I don't understand. How can somebody help? Huh? I mean, look how long this went on. I mean, I've tried to pull out. I've tried to pull out lots of times. It's like every time I pull out, it don't work.
Oh, that's maybe why you need help. There's nothing wrong with accepting help. There's nothing wrong. If somebody, first of all, I'm looking at a beautiful young girl that no matter with everything that you put her through, she still loves you and wants to stay with you. She's willing to, she sees the good side of you. You are the father of her children. And she's sitting there saying, I love the guy. I want him to get help. He could be a good guy. He needs help. I think you're an incredible lucky man to have such a beautiful woman to stand by your side, even through everything you put her through. And I say, there's nothing wrong with taking help. We'll give you help, but you got to make a commitment. You got to make a commitment to the woman, to your unborn child, to your daughter. Yeah, I'm going to get help. Whatever I need to do to be a better father, a better husband, I'll get that help. If it's alcohol counseling, going to AA, if it's anger management, if it's get you a GED so you can get a decent job so you can support your family. You know, what the hell, man? I want to help you. I don't want to send you out back in the street so you can be a thug and sell more drugs, be a menace to society. No. The whole point of the show is to turn a guy like you around. And I think you can turn around. So let's take the guy off the street and make him a productive member of the neighborhood, of the society. You got 200 people applauding you right now. They ain't booing you. They ain't hoping you go to jail. I think everybody in the audience, everybody watching at home, they're rooting for you. Yeah, say you take the damn help. That's what everybody's saying. That's what I'm thinking. Take the damn help. Because if those people can't trust you, if those people can't respect you, if those people have to be afraid of you, you got nothing. You got nothing in this world. If your children, if the woman you love, if they're afraid of you, if you're a terrible role model, if you're giving your kids no chance to grow up and say, that's my dad and I'm proud of him, then you failed at everything. Again, Cameron, you're right. You weren't born with a silver spoon. Not too many people are, really. But at this point, you're getting a great opportunity. You got a woman that's standing by you, and she's saying, let's get some help. And I'm here. I'm telling you, here's the help. Not that there's nothing wrong. There's nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed. I need help. There's times when I'm on my knees and I need somebody to help me get up. It's just that way in life. Everybody needs help. Nobody's Superman. Nobody. So for the woman that you brought the precious joy of life to you, and you got another one on the way, I think you could look her in the eyes and say, yeah, I'll go get help. But only if you really want to. It's got to come from you. Can't be me telling you. You say whatever you want to her. And then after you say, you could either walk off the stage and go get help, or you could walk off and go live the thug life.
Do we want to get help?
Then let me help you up, and let's go get you some help. Let's go.
You know I love kids. I'm great with kids. You seriously think I would do something that bad?
You know who abuses 3-year-old girls? Monsters.
To your time!
Ah! Slow down.
I'm Matt. I want to know answers. You better hope God you pass this test.
Did your daughter tell you that Chad touched her?
She has.
She said that he touched her, but never hurt her. I was there.
Yes, you were there, and you heard her say Chad touched her.
Somebody was putting words in her mouth.
It didn't come out of my mouth, it came out of my granddaughter's mouth.
I do believe you put it in her head, 100%. You guys have the best tests in the nation, and that's why we're here today. I know for a fact that I did not touch that little girl.
I'm going to prove my damn innocence of your guilt.
Well, this is the moment of truth. Let's find out. Samantha believes that her 3-year-old daughter was molested by her ex-boyfriend's brother, Chad. But he denies sexually abusing the child and even took a voice stress test to prove his innocence. Well, Chad failed that test, and now we emailed my show to help clear his name. Take a look.
My little girl didn't deserve this. No little girl does. A couple months ago, my 3-year-old daughter told me that Uncle Chad touches me. Uncle Chad is Andrew's brother. Andrew and I went out for about 2 years. I first heard from the molestation from my stepmother, Connie. My daughter was staying the night down at my father's house, Jerry, and they were giving her a bath, and she had told Connie, my stepmother, that Chad has touched her.
When my granddaughter ran up to me and told me that, I was hurt and scared for her, and I wanted to get to the bottom of it as soon as possible.
We called her mother right away and got her to the house, and then we took her to the hospital.
And they said there wasn't enough evidence to prove that she was or wasn't molested.
I feel at fault in a sense because I finished her bath before we got her to the hospital, and I'm afraid that with doing that it took some of the evidence away. And I assumed that that's probably why they dropped the case.
After all this came out, we got a hold of authorities, and he took a voice stress test, and he failed it. He failed the question where he said it hasn't touched her at all, but they didn't know if he did it for his own sexual gratification, so they're going to drop the case because they can't prove that he did the criminal act.
Andrew and Chad are saying that I coached her, but I don't even really know Chad. I met him in passing. And Andrew's family just in passing. I mean, I don't know any of them.
It's driving a wedge between Connie and I because she's being accused of coaching my granddaughter, but I know that she didn't.
This is a very serious accusation, and I'm very angry. I want to get it resolved. I want to prove my innocence and possibly somebody's guilt.
I don't take child molestation lightly. I don't think anybody should just make something like that up, or would. No reason to make anything like that up.
I can't believe that Andrew's taking his brother's side over a little girl that he considered his daughter. I just want it to be resolved. I'm going to take all the legal actions I can to get him put away. I want answers, and if he did, I want to know why.
Chad, you're here today because you're being accused of molesting a 3-year-old girl.
Yes, sir.
You need to stand up. How do you know this child?
It was my brother's ex-girlfriend's child.
Right. And why do you believe that you're being accused of this?
That I have no idea. I was minding my own business. Some stuff got started on Facebook when my brother was seeing Samantha, and she was saying stuff rude about my mom. Of course, I'm going to stand up for my mom, and after all that had been said and done, everything was fine for a couple months, and all of a sudden, I hear that I'm being accused of molesting this little girl. I'm like, are you serious here?
And you think that's why you're being accused because some stuff was being said over Facebook, you defended your mom, and you think that maybe...
I wouldn't put it past them, to be honest with you.
How did you find out that you were being accused?
I was at work. Children's Services knocked on my door. I got a phone call. So I called Children's Services right back. I said, you know, let's set up a date. I will meet with you at my work. So we met, and then I said, I'll go take a lie detector test. I want my name cleared off of this. I'm not one of them sick sons of bitches out there that do that stuff. It's nasty. You know, I don't even go so far as to change a diaper. Like, even if me and my girlfriend was babysitting a child, I wouldn't do it.
So you offered to take a lie detector test?
Yes, sir.
And what happened?
It was a voice stress test. I had just woke up, didn't have nothing in my system or nothing. And of course I'm going to be stressed out because the stupid accusations. So I took it, and then they said there was some hesitation in it, which said I had failed. Immediately, I had went to my mom's house where she had internet, and I emailed a show here because...
After you failed the stress test?
Yes.
Who gave you that stress test?
It was a deputy down there where I'm from.
Law enforcement?
Yeah.
Okay. So you failed the stress test, and then you got home and you said, I'm going to contact the show and take a lie detector.
Yeah, I want to take it further. I want my name off of this because I'm not that kind of person.
When you were told that you failed the stress test, what did you think?
I was like, are you serious right now? You know, I didn't do nothing, so this test has got to be bogus.
You believe that the child's being coached?
Yes.
By who?
By Connie.
Why do you think Connie's coached? She says on tape she doesn't even know you. Why would she want you to get in trouble?
She doesn't know me. But I guess Andrew and Connie had lunch together, and she kept prying at him, asking him questions. Where do you live? You know, this, that, and the other. And then next thing...
Your brother's not the biological father of the
Correct.
girl. But he dated Samantha, and he kind of was like the dad, right?
Right, because the child's dad was not in her life.
Wouldn't it have been easier for Connie, if she's going to make this up, to pin it on your brother?
You would think.
Right. I mean, does she know you at all?
Not really. I've met her. I've seen her twice. You know, once was when Sam and Andrew was living together. I was moving a dresser for them. And then the second time was at a birthday party.
So you were around the little girl, though, right?
Yes, but I was never alone with her.
Who was with you?
Andrew, family members. I mean, anybody that could be there was there.
And what would be Connie's reasoning to accuse you of child molestation?
I have no idea. That's another reason I'm here.
Did you coach the little girl to say
No,
this?
Steve, I didn't.
Could this be an act?
I would believe it is, because my story is nothing but true.
Did your daughter tell you that Chad touched her?
She has.
She said that he touched her, but never hurt her. I was there.
Did you coach the little girl to say this?
Steve, I didn't.
Could this be an act?
I would believe it is, because my story is nothing but true.
Let's bring out Connie.
Chad, I believe my granddaughter. She has no reason to lie to me.
Well, you
just
have no
don't
reason to
understand.
coach her on
I
how
don't
to do
even
this
know
stuff.
You.
I know you don't. That's why my name needs to stay out of your mouth.
It didn't come out of my mouth. It came out of my granddaughter's mouth.
It came out of your mouth first to coach her.
No, it didn't. And I'm going to prove that today. I'm going to prove my damn innocence and your guilt, probably.
All right.
And you
We'll
also
see.
took a lie detector
Yes,
test,
sir,
right?
I did.
Did you coach the little girl to say
No,
this?
Steve, I didn't.
I mean, and I believe you because only the story doesn't make a lot of sense because you don't even know him.
No,
Do you have any bad feelings towards his brother?
no. I liked his family.
You liked them?
Yes.
What happened the night that brought this all to a head?
My granddaughter come to stay the weekend. She stays the weekend at her papa's house, and I live there also as a couple. I was getting ready to give her a bath. I had her water draw, getting ready to put her into the tub. And she says, Mama, my tutu hurts. I said, can I see? She said, well, let me look. So I picked her up on my lap, And I said, honey, I said, you can tell Grandma anything. I says, is anybody messing with you? She says, Daddy's mean to me and Chad touches my doo-doo.
She said what?
Daddy's mean to me and Chad touches my doo-doo.
Daddy's mean to me and Chad touches her private spot.
Yes. And I said, okay, honey. I says, I put her down and I says, Grandma's going to go get a cigarette because I wanted to go get her grandfather. By the time I got to the dining room door, she come running past me, dripping wet, and cuddled up beside the computer chair where her grandfather was and dropped her head and says, Papa, Daddy's mean to me. Chad touches my doo-doo. So we called her mother and took her to the hospital, and this is where this all began.
And what happened at the hospital?
They found irritation, but they did not find no tears and could not prove that it was sexually molestation of any sort.
But you believe that
I
she's
believe
been
her.
molested.
She's a smart little girl.
Now, just as you're standing on stage like I am, she doesn't know you, very emotional. Could this be an act?
I would believe it is.
You believe this is an act?
Because my story is nothing but true.
Okay. Your brother also believes, Connie, Andrew believes that you fabricated this story also. Let's bring him up. How you doing, Andrew?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing well. You dated her stepdaughter.
Correct.
And did you have any children together with her?
Yes, one.
But are you the biological father?
Of the one, yes.
Of the one. But not of the child your brother's being accused of molesting. Right. Okay. Do you really believe she's fabricating the story?
I do. I do believe you put it in her head, 100%. 100%. I believe you put it in her head.
Why do you believe she did that?
Why do I believe she did that? Because pretty much ever since I've known Sam, she's even told me that Connie's been wanting for herself, and basically acts like she's her own mother.
And so she's making up the story so that she can gain access to the child?
Right. You know I love kids. I'm great with kids. You seriously think I would do something that bad?
Dear Dad! Ah! Slow down.
I'm mad. I want to know answers. You better hope to God you pass this test. You know I love kids. I'm great with kids. You seriously think I would do something that bad?
And so she's making up this story so that she can gain access to the child?
Right. To pull her away from me more because I still get her.
Wouldn't she blame her own stepdaughter then? Because the daughter's got custody. How's she going to gain custody by blaming him?
Just to get her away from me. Because I still do get on the weekends when I get my son.
So you're saying she doesn't want to give the baby to you. She's trying to stop that from not the baby, but the 3-year-old to go to. What about the fact that your brother has failed the stress test by law enforcement when they gave him?
My mom had friends that took the same exact stress test, and they failed their own names. So I think it's a bogus test.
Yeah, is that where you got that I took a test?
Hold on a second. Your friends have told your mom? Yeah, we've had people that they failed on their own names.
My mom's friends told her that, yeah.
Did they prove any paperwork that this was the case?
I don't know if they did or not.
Or this is just people saying things?
Right.
Okay, so that's really not a lot of hard evidence that's the case, right?
Right.
I can't believe that a law enforcement agency is giving stress tests and people are failing for their own name.
I think the test is bogus, and that's why we're here today.
Okay. What about this test that you took today? Do you think it's bogus, or do you think it's the real deal?
No, I think it's the real deal because you guys have pretty much the best tests in the nation.
I would think so. Do you believe that the daughter never said this? Do you believe this little girl never said that she was touched in a sexual manner?
I do believe that.
You heard the tape from Children's Hospital.
I was there.
Yes, you were there, and you heard her own mouth say Chad touched her.
Never in an
Oh, the paperwork's
unwed.
here, dear.
That's fine.
Yes.
So you did hear the child say that your brother touched her?
She said that he touched her, but never hurt her in any kind of way.
But if you touched her in a sexual manner, that's abusing her, wouldn't it?
Right. I mean, yeah, it would hurt her.
If your brother did fail the lie detector test, how would you react about this?
I'd be blown off my feet, and I'd honestly beat his ass.
Okay. Well, that probably wouldn't be the best thing to do. Well, we're not going to have any beating of ass, but I would hope that you would take legal action against your brother, or cooperate at the very least. Your stepdaughter's here, your ex, Samantha, let's bring her out.
I want to know why, of all people, why she would say you, of all people.
Because somebody was putting words in her mouth.
Why would
You don't
be
even
brought
know
up?
what was really said.
I was
you
called
were-
as soon as it happened.
You were called.
Okay?
And you even agreed with me that Connie had probably coached her with it. And you even told me later on that came up to you and said, Mama Connie told me to say
And
that.
I told Connie that.
Okay. Why say that to you?
Okay, what my daughter said to me was that Mama Connie said that Chad is bad because he touched her.
That's not what you told me.
That is what I told you.
No, you told you that Mama Connie told her to say that.
Do you believe
That's exactly what
Do
you
you
told
believe that your daughter was touched by somebody?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe that Chad did it?
I want to believe my daughter.
And did your daughter tell you that Chad touched her?
She has. After she has told everybody else. She did not tell me at first.
But I try to keep an open mind about stories when I'm listening to them. This story doesn't make any sense. Because usually, and we do these stories all the time, it's usually somebody that there would be a reason to accuse them of. There is. But he has no custody of this child. No. There's nothing to gain by blaming him. And you say it's because she doesn't, but then they would blame you. That'd be the most obvious. So all I'm saying is, I don't like the fact that it's him, because he really has no connection.
I believe that
you have taken your daughter around your brother, right?
Correct.
And you guys were alone, or, they're not there.
Right.
Right. You have custody or visitation, and you take the daughter.
I don't have visitation. She's not my...
I don't want to use words but you take the daughter and you spend the weekend away from the mom, away from Connie.
Right.
Okay. Your granddaughter says that she was touched by Chad.
She told me, she said, Daddy's mean to me, and Chad touches my tutu.
I know for a fact that I did not touch that little girl.
Well, this is the moment of truth. Let's find out.
She told me, she said, Daddy's mean to me, and Chad touches my tutu.
You dated Andrew, but you must know Chad. Yes. You think he's capable of something like that? I mean, that's a hard question.
I mean, anybody's capable, but he's around kids all the time, and I never would have thought that he would do anything to harm her.
Now, your daughter looks at Andrew like a father, right? How does it make you feel that he's defending his brother?
It hurts, because that's supposed to be our little girl. And no matter who it is, he should be on her side of all people, whether it's his brother or not.
Is that why, after everything was done and everything, you still let me take her around my brother?
After they
You
told
really
me,
believe that?
After we told them, after they called me and you were standing there when they talked to me saying that they were talking about dropping it because of her age and lack of evidence saying he did not do it, yes, I started letting her go back to you. Correct? You were sitting right there?
I mean, seriously. You know I love kids.
I know, but I
don't know. I'm great with kids. You seriously think I would do something that bad? I mean, I don't.
But you know what? And I'm not saying you're a child molester, but every child molester says that. I mean, and again, I want to clarify my statements. I'm sure Jerry Sandusky said the same thing. I'm a coach. I love kids. Why would I do that? Scandal in the Boy Scouts, priests. Oh, I love children. Why would I do that? The fact of it is, there's people that they love kids and they cross the line and they sexually abuse them. Yeah, that's why they do it. I don't know why they do it, but yeah, it's horrible. The fact that he failed a stress test from a law enforcement agency question him about your daughter. What do you think about that?
They said Andrew and them said the test was bogus. It wasn't true. But, I mean, it's a professional test. I don't see how it couldn't be true.
Well, I don't know the exact accuracy of a voice test, but our lie detector test is like 99%. Is that correct? Like 99%? Very close to it. 98%. So I think this test, whatever comes out, let's hope for you passes, right? Alexander is who?
That's her
biological father of your daughter. Let's bring Alexander out.
So you're trying? Oh!
Okay, slow down.
I don't know you, and I don't even like you.
You don't know me because you're not even in your daughter's life till something comes up.
Yeah, I'll admit it. But I'm going to be there. I'm going to step up and grow up to be a father.
You should about to be there 3 years ago when she was born.
I was there.
Yeah, okay. Is that why he
You don't
took
even
her
know.
over?
You don't know me. I don't know you.
So then why are you
I don't
making
even
all
like
these accusations? I don't care if you like me or not.
You
I
better
don't know
hope
you
God
from
you pass
Adam,
this
so I
test.
could give a crap less. I'll still sleep the same tonight, buddy.
You're the biological father of the little girl.
Yes, sir.
When did you find out that your little girl might have been molested?
Last week.
Last week?
Yeah.
And your reaction to that?
I'm mad. I'm upset.
Hey, they said you're not really in the daughter's life. You kind of admit that you haven't been there. I think you just said that. Why haven't you been in your daughter's life?
I mean, like, I work a lot, and I just really haven't been there like I should be. I have another little boy. I mean,
you have another child?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm in the wrong. I mean, I should be there more, and I'm going to be.
Maybe this incident will drive you to be there a little more for your daughter?
Yeah. Definitely.
Who's Jerry?
My father.
He's your father. Yeah. Let's bring Jerry out. Okay. How you doing, Jerry?
You better hope you passed it.
I will. There ain't no doubt about it.
You better hope so.
You
too.
Well, he's not being accused, right? I mean, the one thing is...
he better hope his brother did for running his mouth.
I didn't touch on this. Your daughter does say, though, that you're mean to her.
Because I don't let her get away with everything, so she's not an unruly child at the age of 13 years old.
Okay. All right, but you don't physically abuse her, spank her?
She's disciplined. Absolutely not.
You don't
She's disciplined when she gets in trouble.
Not physically, though, right?
No.
Okay. Verbally?
Verbally.
Okay. Jerry, so you are with Connie, and when you were telling the story about what, Paw?
Yes.
He's Paw.
Yes.
Okay. So you're there the day that she says that the granddaughter, or your granddaughter, says that she was touched by Chad.
Yes, sir.
Did you hear her say that?
Oh, yeah.
Was
she
she
come
call-
right out and snuggled right up to me. I was sitting on the computer.
What did she say to you?
She told me, she said, Daddy's mean to me and Chad touches my tutu. I picked her right up and I said, what do you mean Chad touches your tutu? How does he touch you? And she says, he touches it. I shook her little hand up.
He did not do this. So she's been trying to get Andrew back. He doesn't want to go back.
She told me the exact same story.
I know for a fact that I did not touch that little girl.
Well, this is the moment of truth. Let's find out.
He did not do this. So she's been trying to get Andrew back. He doesn't want to go back.
She told me the exact same story.
Do you believe she coached this little girl in any way?
No.
Would there be any reason why she would coach her?
Exactly. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, that part, I still can't get why you would coach somebody about somebody you don't even know.
I don't either.
Right.
When he said something about us wanting to get her and all this, I don't want to raise a baby.
I don't either. I'm 60
I'm done with
years
that stuff.
old. Why would I?
I just want to be grandpa.
I understand that, but at the same
You don't
time,
sound like it.
Why would she have her calling her Mommy Connie? Even Sam told me that.
She's never had
She's
her call her Mommy Connie.
I mean, names are names. That has nothing to do with child molestation.
But it also goes to show that anything can be put in a child's head.
By calling a certain name?
When it goes from Mama Connie to Mommy Connie, when it's been Mama Connie her whole life,
But she knows who Mommy is, right?
Yeah.
She's not confused, is she?
I mean, I don't think so, but...
Your mom, Susan's here. Let's bring out Susan.
Other side.
You guys know he did not do this. Y'all time stirring my family. And I've had it.
Anything, Susan?
I've had it.
How you doing, Susan? You're Andrew and Chad's mother. You just said they're stirring this up.
Yes.
And what would be the point of that?
Because she's been trying to get Andrew back. He doesn't want to go back.
Is that true?
If my third child was his, yes, I asked him if he wanted to work it out for our kids.
Over and over. And if he doesn't
do you want him back now?
No.
No. Okay. So you're saying that they're making up an accusation against Chad because Andrew won't go back to her.
And to hurt him and his family.
Do you believe that?
Yes, I do.
Why would they pick out Chad if they're trying to frame somebody?
Because I'm living with Chad.
Exactly.
And
they're wanting him to move out so
in
he can
order
get closer to her.
away from me, why blame me? Why say I did something like this when I've known them for so long? They would probably feel bad.
I know, we've always been super proud of you.
Yes, we
for
have.
being there. For even after you guys split up, you always came and took her, and I never said nothing bad about that. I enjoyed it. I thought that is great.
But we
She
gotta
needs
believe
you.
her.
Yes.
We gotta
But
believe
when
her.
she comes out and tells me that, what are you supposed to do?
Your
I
mom is
understand.
here, right? And her name is?
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Let's bring out Jennifer.
Andrew, I have so much respect for you. You took my granddaughter in like she was your own. But I want you to know, she told me the exact same story. The exact same thing.
Is that why even you told me that you didn't believe he did it?
You're right, I didn't. But this little girl has changed so much to the point where she's doing different things with kids. She's been caught under blankets making moaning noises.
Is this true?
Yes. The last time she came back from this house, but
She's showing typical signs of child sexual molestation.
yes. But he wasn't that I'm aware of. He stayed with that when she came back doing that. So I didn't know if maybe she accidentally walked in. I don't know, but she wasn't at
Why
Chad's
wasn't
at
I
that
addressed
time.
to this situation?
She wanted to French kiss me
Because
this
we weren't
past
talking after that
weekend
weekend.
instead of a
The
regular
last weekend
kiss.
you have that, we haven't been talking.
I don't believe that at all.
And you know, when I was at work and we met up there,
Yes,
we had talked, okay, human to human.
right.
You guys had said, we're trying to get your name off of this and this and that. Next thing you know, I got children's services knocking on my door.
Right.
So I'm here to back myself up because I know for a fact that I did not touch that little girl.
Oh, and you're also here to refute the lie, voice stress detector, right?
Yes, sir.
You failed that test? Well, this is the moment of truth. Let's find out. Connie, you came here, took a lie detector test, whether you coached you consider your granddaughter?
Yes.
Your granddaughter, whether she fabricated this story. Did you coach Samantha's 3-year-old daughter to say that Chad touched her? You answered no. Did you fabricate a story that Chad sexually molested Samantha's daughter? You answered no. Did Samantha's 3-year-old daughter tell you that Chad inappropriately touched her? You answered yes. Did Samantha put you up to fabricating or coaching in this allegation? You responded no. And the results for your lie detector test came back all the same, and it came back that you Did you coach Samantha's 3-year-old daughter to say that Chad touched her? You answered no. And the results for your lie detector test came back all the same, and it came back that you told the truth. You're vindicated. But I don't think we needed a lie detector test to see that you're telling the truth. I can't imagine, and listen, I've had people up here crying and then they fail. But your story just rings so much truth to it. I got to imagine, you know, if your granddaughter, you're giving her a bath and she says something like this, and this is like textbook how it happens, and you don't even know Chad.
No.
Why would you fabricate this story?
Well, when she had told me this, first thing out of my mouth was, "Who's Chad?" And then I found out it was Andrew's brother.
Unfortunately, you know, in a way, it would make you evil, but you didn't fabricate the story. No. You told the truth. So, unfortunately, you have to open up your mind that this actually did happen, right?
Right.
Chad took a lie detector test. Okay. I don't know what the results are, but hear me out. You start fighting on the stage, you start charging across the stage, somebody else is going to get hurt besides the person you want to hurt, okay? I don't want that.
Sorry.
You don't have to apologize. If somebody did this to my child, I want to rip this place apart too. But you got to think smart. You got to be cool about it. You got to let the law enforcement officials, if, you know, he could pass and everything's but what I'm saying, there's a lot of people on stage, a lot of women on the stage. I don't want anybody to get hurt, okay?
Yes, please.
Chad, you came here, you took a lie detector test because you failed a voice test.
Yes, sir.
You didn't like the result. You came on my show to prove that you didn't do it.
Yes, sir.
We asked you, did you inappropriately touch Samantha's 3-year-old daughter for your own sexual gratification? You responded no. Did you sexually molest Samantha's 3-year-old daughter? You responded no. And both results came back the same. And it came back that you did not tell the truth.
Stand in front of him!
Baby, ain't your granddaughter, is it?
I don't believe it either. That's his
babies. All right.
Andrew, really?
That's supposed to be your baby.
No, it's supposed to be his baby. That he should have been taking
But
care of.
he has been raising her like her dad. You're really going to stand up and let her say that?
He always put up his finger for a little girl. She knows that's her
Is that your baby or not?
Well, it looks in his face he really cares about her and cared at all.
He believed it.
Chad,
Any of them.
Chad, you failed another test.
You
failed another test for molesting a child.
I think it's malarkey because there's no physical evidence.
It's not malarkey.
There's no physical evidence, Steve.
Listen, first of all,
There might be more.
First of all, with the children, it happened. Hold on, let me speak, please. A lot of times with 3-year-olds, there's not a lot of physical evidence that a child's abused. You can't do to a child that you can do to a full-grown woman, so there's not going to be a lot of physical evidence. But that doesn't mean the child's not abused. That doesn't mean why a 3-year-old little girl would tell an adult somebody is touching her private parts. Your brother has failed 2 tests concerning this 3-year-old little girl. What else do you need that opens your mind that your brother might be abusing a little girl?
I need her to come to me and say that.
You just admitted to hearing her say it, liar.
I want to bring out Dan Riebekoff. Let's bring out Dan. This story, hold on a second. This story didn't make a lot of sense from the beginning. A lot of times when we do these stories, there's a reason why somebody's accused. They're very involved with the child.
Proud you called.
There's a lot of bitter feelings. But here's a case of somebody that really is totally out of the picture and is being accused where it would gain for nobody.
I
There's
felt
no
the
gain.
same way, Steve. Exactly. There was no reason for him to be accused, as you picked up on that right away. And let me describe the voice stress analysis test that the police departments utilize. They utilize them because it's a little easier to train their officers, and it's a less expensive process to do it. They use it as a screening tool, whether to see a person should be considered a suspect or not. It's about 70 to 75% accurate. The polygraph is 98% accurate. When Chad came into the polygraph room, he was leaking deception, almost like a faucet that had no washer left in it. Extremely nervous. I had to stop 2 charts because he wasn't able to sit still. I was almost going to stop the test completely if he wasn't able to sit still for the 3rd chart, and finally was able to calm him down. I conducted 3 tests, and then the next day I conducted another 3 tests. So he actually failed 6 polygraph tests. His algorithmic score, right? So forget about my opinion, but the computer algorithm, which is utilized by the FBI, the Department of Defense, the CIA, and the Secret Service, scores him as 1% probability of being truthful. This man is evil, he's deceptive, and he's a manipulator.
You better go to jail or grow a set of wings.
Yeah. No, I'm easy fine.
You better have fun in prison. You better cover your all I'm saying.
Okay.
There's no physical evidence, so there can't be no jail. No physical evidence. They need physical evidence.
My question is, Andrew, you said through this
like
whole
a
thing.
true criminal.
Yeah, whatever.
You know what, Chad? You wanted to run off my stage. I'm going to give you an opportunity right now. You abused a little girl, and you talk like a jailhouse lawyer. There's no evidence. I think you did it. You failed 2 tests. Get the hell off my stage. Andrew. Hold on, you. I got to imagine it's very hard for you and your mom to hear that.
Hard.
Very hard. And I know blood is thick, and we stand up for our family. I understand that. But I don't know if I can stand up for anybody, family or not, if they mistreat a child, a defenseless 3-year-old girl. You know who abuses 3-year-old girls? Monsters. Evil. And you might love your brother, and I'm sure you do, and you want to believe. But if you don't want any more tragedies to happen, you don't want any more children to be destroyed, you seriously better open both eyes and take a close look at your brother. Good luck to you. Thank you. The hardest story always to do on this stage, a child being abused. We always hope that it didn't happen. We want everybody to pass when they take a lie detector test. But unfortunately, children do get sexually molested. You're going to go home. And I know everybody that's up here is angry and you want vengeance. But you got a little boy at home. You all got families. You do something stupid and then you won't be there for that child. And I always make the point, if you can't be around to protect your child, then who's at fault? You are. So you be it smart, you let the law enforcement agencies do what they got to do, and you stay behind and you protect your little girl, you protect your son, and you start being there now. Yes. This show, the worst thing that happened was that she was abused. But the best thing now is that you're going to be involved in your daughter's life, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're going to go home. And whatever we can do to help with this, of course, we'd be more than willing to help.
Thank you.
I hope that you get some counseling for your child,
yes.
if that's also something we can help with. But again, remember, be smart up here. Stay in your kid's life. Be involved every day so bad things can't happen. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you
Good
very
luck
much.
to you. I hope it works out.